One example of teamwork is a smoothly
ground to the left side. Wagner waits for it to come down on a big hop. He'll throw to first in time for out number 3. Thurber, that pitch is by them, but underneath the legs of Weinrich, and on to second base goes Marty Carrena. The Diamonds will be looking for a double play to end this inning. If they 1-0 Sonoma, as McDonald comes to the plate, and that pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 3. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. The first pitch to Calderon from Thurber, and he hits this ball to left center field, and back goes the center fielder Hibernian. He can't get it. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Calderon around first on his way to second, and he will hold there with a double. Wagner makes the catch as he falls back. Oh my! He'll make the throw in time as
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The runner's going to get a jump,
making them aware that they know that they're there and they're not allowed. Oh,
swung on and missed. The throw now is in plenty of time to get him.
Come in here. This pitch for Wagner is hit to left field and is deep, and back goes Clark, and he's over to the wall, and it's gone.
Floater into short right field, and coming in to make the catch.
Go this ball, ground to the right side to Lenny Statson. Throws to second for 1. Waits for a second to first. Did they make it? Yes, double play. Be a pickoff play. The throw to first, now on to second, and Pugh is out. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. 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 Pitch to Martinez, hit high and deep, back to left field. Way back goes Metzger. He's at the wall. It's gone.
Gone. There it is. Yeah. All right.
The pitch that pops up gets away. And J.J. Wagner going to scurry down to second base.
The high pop-up of a bunt picked off by Frankins. Delays his throw to second, and he could have had him maybe. Strikeout, and Clark gets tagged out. This pitch is ripped to the right side, and right falls down, just throws to first. Double play. And Valdez, if he's got it right in front of second base, but Garcia will take it up back to our shortstop, and he makes the catch. Lead to third. Here's the pitch. Valdez hits this one down the left field line. It's going to be trouble if it stays fair, and it's fair. In comes Bautista to score. On his way to third is McKeon, just picking up the ball now in left field. Metzger, and on with a double up to the right side. Letty says he's got it. Valdez says he's got it, and he does. 1 out. The pitch from Hutchison hits this one to deep left field. Back to left fielder Clark. He's at the fence. He watches. He leaps. He can't get it. It's gone. Left center field, and it's going to get down. Yes, Metzger. It hits out of his body. And on his way to second. They're going to throw into second, and he slides safely. Hold on. He hits this one on the left side, and that's deep. Back goes Wallace. Chasing, give me Chase. He makes the catch in left center field. And leads. This pitch from Prandes hit the center field. Wallace is coming in, and he has it. And they'll just keep running on into the dugout because that's out number 3. Got a runner first base. 3-2 pitch. He hits it right back up the middle, and it's going to be picked up. No, it's going to go right by Yasuda into center field, and Bautista goes on to third. And looked like Yasuda running over because Bautista.
Look at the air on the hopper.
From Winter Chevrolet Stadium in Pittsburg, California, Diamonds baseball is on the air. Tonight, the Diamonds taking on the Martinez Clippers in Game 2 of their 2-game set to lead off this week, which is the beginning of the second half of the season in the Pacific Association. The Diamonds coming off of a great pitching performance from Travis Blackley, who went 8 innings and captured the win yesterday. Got some help from his offensive teammates and some help from the Martinez defense, and all added up to enough runs for a 5-3 victory last night. The Diamonds got big hits from Wes Wallace and Joel Carranza with a big hit in the 7th inning to drive in an insurance run, and the Diamonds were able to have it all hold up. Sean Johnson with a great performance in the 9th inning, scoreless pitching job, and he gets the save as the Diamonds now are trying to sweep that series against Martinez. The Clippers, of course, an expansion team that's had a tough luck season so far, but they have been competitive, and they have not been an easy team to beat, even if they have a lot of defeats. The Diamonds go into this game tonight still tied with the Napa Silverados for 4th place, the last playoff spot in the Pacific Association, following the Vallejo Admirals, the Sonoma Stompers in 1st place, San Rafael Pacifics leading the Stompers by 4, the Admirals by 7, the Diamonds and the Silverados by 12, and the Clippers by 22. The Diamonds record 5 under 500, 18-23, and they will finish with Martinez tonight and then move on to Sonoma for 2 games and then to San Rafael for 2 games over the weekend. So the competition is going to get tougher, and certainly tonight is a game the Diamonds are hoping will provide some momentum going into those next 2 series. There's a new Diamond in the lineup tonight. His name is Lashley, and we're going to be hearing more about him. He is going to be the designated hitter for the Diamonds, a surprise addition that came on just late today, and he has already been squeezed into the lineup. Corey McDonald is going to be on the mound for Pittsburg, and he has had a couple of rocky starts recently, and he's trying to establish that he has gotten past that and can be the Corey McDonald we all know and love. And for the Clippers, it's going to be Drew Bravo, who has been a relief pitcher for much of this season, and Bravo is going to get the start tonight for Martinez. So he is out to make his mark as the Diamonds and the Clippers close out this 2-game set, which is, of course, what the Pacific Association season is a bunch of 2-game series. So it's not a short series. It's not a long series. It's the basic scheduling apparatus for the league. Now, the Diamonds have not yet taken the field. They're gathering on we've had the national anthem, and we've had the exchange of the lineups at home plate. And now we've got the Diamonds all giving Corey McDonald a little good luck fist bump, and now they're going to take the field. Another surprise tonight. I believe this is the first time Joel Carranza will be playing a defensive position since he joined the team. So he's going to be at first base, which is what he played a lot of at Sonoma. He's familiar with it, but the first time he's going to be out in the field for the Diamonds. And I talked to him a little bit before the game, about his spiffy new cleats that he's got there. You can see his orange and black cleats. And he said, I heard you were making fun of them last night. I said, no, we weren't making fun of them. We were giving them applause. But I think actually, if they could afford it, it would be great if everybody on the team could wear those orange and black cleats. But he's got them, and there's a couple other players that have a kind of a little variety on the theme, but orange and black being the operative colors. Corey McDonald on the mound, getting his warm-ups in. The Martinez Clippers continue to plug along. It's saying something that they, with their record and the many defeats and the many disappointments that they've been through, that they are so competitive, and they get down and they come back, and they are a bunch of fighters. So you cannot, even with their lousy record, you can't expect to come away from playing them with an easy victory. And no one knows that more than the Diamonds, who have lost 3 times to these Clippers, and that has not always been the best thing for their record. But tonight, they can sweep this series if they can pull this game out. The throw goes down to second base from Bracamonte, and the first Clippers hitter is coming to the plate. And also coming to the plate is the voice of the Diamonds, Tony Schultz.
All right, Scotty, thank you very much. Pedro Barrios will lead it off. He gets the started short. Jimmy Lunardelli's in left. Will Decker's in right. Jacob Barfield, big night for him last night. Couple of bombs. He's the DH. Etheridge at first, Maccabee at third, Devin Carter at center, Chris Caffrey, the second baseman. Vic Grasso gets the start at catcher tonight. He bats ninth against Corey McDonald, big right-hander ready to go. First pitch a bit high, and we are underway for Diamonds baseball. Good evening, everybody. Glad you could join us today from Winter Chevrolet Stadium. Jack Bolton, and the next pitch is a ball. Jack Bolton, the field umpire. Ron Adams, the home plate umpire. For Corey McDonald, 2-5, an 8.20 ERA and 8 starts. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Barrios shows bunt, pulls back, takes a strike. It's 2-1. 41 2/3 for Corey. 26 strikeouts, 33 walks, and the Diamonds need to get him back on the beam. Here's the pitch outside for a ball. It's 3-1. Diamonds coming into today's play 18-23, 12 games back, and San Rafael coming in number 1, 30 up and 11 down. That one outside, ball 4. That's the way the ball game begins. A walk to Barrios. Here's Jimmy Lunardelli, the left fielder.
That's been the problem in many of the games for Corey has been at the earliest innings. He's had problems and given up a number of runs. He'll settle down later, but sometimes the damage has already been done. Lunardelli hitting .261 with 6 home runs and 16 RBIs.
Sonoma 26-15. Vallejo 23-18. Napa tied with the Diamonds 18-23. Both of them 12 back. And Martinez 8 up, 33 down. Here's the pitch. And that one hops up there for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. So the Diamonds looking to make a move. We'll talk about it a little bit as we go along here. We always talk about that so many changes can take place, and you never know. The second half, some teams are going to look a whole lot better than they did in the first half. There's a pitch in there, a strike, and they count 2 balls and 1 strike. And other teams, by way of the promotion, may look worse the second half.
Someone steals their best first. Barrios, for a leadoff hitter, only has 1 stolen base on the year and has not been caught stealing.
Swinging a foul, and the count goes 1 ball and 2 strikes. I was checking the roster today of Vallejo, and Tillman Pugh, who had come back and now is gone again.
Brandon Pugh was the player's name at Vallejo. That's many people thought it was Tillman Pugh back, but it wasn't. It was Brandon Pugh.
Boy, they kept saying it was Tillman.
Yeah, a lot of people had that opinion.
1 hop couldn't be made, and they are going to get the out at second base anyway. So a nice job there for Valera. O'Donnell, Wallace, Smith, left to right in the outfield. Blatnick, Garcia, Valera, Carranza at first today. That's third to first in the infield for the Diamonds. Bracamonte, the catcher for McDonald, the pitcher on the mound tonight for the Diamonds. So that whole time that was not the right Pugh.
It was a different Pugh, and they're not related. And we saw Brandon last week, and no one's going to mistake him for Tillman Pugh.
Pugh is this one is fouled off by Will Decker. Got into last night's ball game in a pinch hitting role. He's down on the count, no balls and a strike. Okay, well, Tillman Pugh is still not with
everybody. And everybody gets one of those. Remember last year I got the Garcias completely. I had no idea they were brothers. That was funny.
1 pitch, this one outside. The count goes 1 ball and 1 strike. Now, if they have 2 different Pews, that's fine, but don't give me the reigning MVP guy's name and expect me to think it's somebody different. What? Pew's back? Pitch this one into right field, and Smith giving chase, still giving chase. Into right center field, he takes it for the out.
Nice play by Smith. He got a good read on it and, raced over to right center field to make the catch. So McDonald, who starts with a walk, now has a chance to get out of here with 0 runs scored if he can handle the next batter. And that's a big if because he was a problem last night.
All right, 2 outs, 1 on. And here's Jacob Barfield, the designated hitter. And the first pitch is low for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Diamonds wearing their black jerseys here this evening. Clips in the travel gray. Diamonds trying to sweep this 2-game series. And the pitch, and that's in there for a strike. And as Scott had mentioned, the Clippers, well, they have been a bit tough on the Diamonds. Beaten them 3 times this year, and only 8 wins overall for Martinez. The 1-1 pitch, and that's hammered just foul down the third base line as Barfield bidding for extra bases again.
He comes in here hitting .321 with 6 home runs and 7 runs batted in. That's not a lot of RBIs for 6 home runs.
We had 2 last night, 2 homers last night.
Yeah. He's been hitting a lot of solo home runs. And nothing else, apparently.
Yeah, a couple of big moonshots yesterday. And he came up late in the ball game, and we thought there was going to be all kinds of changes. It turns out the Diamonds didn't need him. Nice block by Bracamonte to keep that one in front. And well, Gabe's body language, he was grimacing just a little bit there.
He's paid the price for that. I don't know where it hit him, but he doesn't like grab part of his body to give any indication, but there's a above the chest protector, and below the mask there's a vulnerable area. I don't know if that's where he got hit or not, but it was on his front chest.
It looks to be no worse for wear. Back behind the plate goes Gabriel. So a walk to Barrios. He was eliminated on the fielder's choice from Lunar Deli. Decker flew out to right. And now 2 balls, 2 strikes to Barfield. Right-handed batter waits. There goes the runner. Here's the pitch, swinging a foul. And the count remains at 2-2.
Bodie Brown is back, so the Diamonds, who had to win last night without their manager and without their dancing bat boy, now have the dancing bat boy back. So they're starting to get back to full strength.
I understand Aaron is down in San Diego. He had some type of allergic reaction, so we certainly wish our skipper the best. But San Diego, not the worst place in the world to recuperate.
Except some place like that, it might be more frustrating that you're not outside.
2-2 instead of throw to first. So we had Lunar Deli running on that last pitch. Like another hit and run here for the Clips. Top half of the first inning for Pittsburgh. Another gorgeous evening here at the ballpark. Here's the pitch, swinging a foul back to the screen. And then we got a little battle going here between Barfield and Corey McDonald.
That's for sure. Barfield and Ron Adams having a discussion about what, I don't know, but they both agree with what was being said.
As long as they're getting along. That's the important thing. 2-2 pitch. Heron into right field. Smith's not going to get there. Runner around second, headed for third. Here comes a throw. Lunar Deli slides, and he's in there. And it's going to be runners at first and third now with 2 down. So a nice battle with Barfield. Didn't hit the ball all that hard. It actually worked out for him as it fell right in front of the right fielder, Brett Smith.
I thought at first Smith would have a shot at it, and I think he thought he would have a shot at it, but he put on the brakes just before the ball landed, realizing that wasn't going to be the case.
And you saw the runner go first to third there, Scott, and I think everybody's caught on. And what you and I had been talking about the last couple of seasons, that third base is really valuable. Mm-hmm. Get it.
Although it's become less valuable with Bracamonte behind the plate.
That's true. That is absolutely a good point. He has been so good behind the plate. Here's the pitch, and it's in there for a strike, and the count 0-1.
Joel Carranza, remembering what it's like to hold a runner on down there. Just like riding a bicycle, I guess.
Here's Nathan Etheridge. Down to the count, no balls and a strike. right-handed batter, and got some room over there on the left side for him.
We got a loose fan. Hello. He's all cheeks.
Here's the pitch.
big
Up high
eyeballs.
for a ball. Count 1-1.
Diamond's youngest fan. What do you think? He's a year old, maybe?
Maybe. Looks pretty brand new, but he's exploring the ballpark right now, moving through the grandstand.
Right. He is on the. That's right. He is ready to go. Crawling up the stairs.
1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch taken inside, just off the inside part of the plate, and the count goes 2-1. Good-looking pitch from Corey McDonald. You had a good look at Corey right there on BayAreaSports.tv.
Here we are. This is a big moment for Corey. This is the type of thing in the first inning.
Pitch, swing, foul, count even at 2-2. So Corey just a strike away of getting out of this. But Scott has mentioned there's just been the last couple of games. It seems like I'm remembering 3 spots going up quite early in the ball game from McDonald, and then he would put up some zeros, but certainly would like to avoid those crooked numbers in the early part of the ball game. 2-2 instead, a throw over to first. They keep that runner close. Walk and a base hit. Barrios and Barfield. There goes the runner. Now he bluffs. Snap throw over to first. No tag applied. Diamond's very concerned with that runner over there at first base. Even with 2 outs. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner from first. Gonna get that jump. And now Corey's going to step off here, and they're going to go over the signs again.
Barfield not a very big lead. We'll be running with the pitch, but
there he goes. Pitch, broken bat, little roller. And Carranza's got it. He takes it to the bag himself. So runners at the corners there with 2 outs, but no harm, no foul as the Clippers leave 2. They get 1 base hit, and at the end of half an inning, Clippers fail to score. Diamonds coming up.
Ron.
Hampton by Hilton. Road trips can be grueling, which is why baseball teams are happy to split their road games. But there's one way to guarantee a win on the road. That's by staying at Hampton Inn by Hilton. Fresh, up-to-date accommodations include a hearty cooked breakfast to get you off to a good start on the day. Known for low-end prices and high-end service, a stay at Hampton Inn by Hilton means you can earn points in the valuable Hilton Honors Program. You can find a Hampton Inn by Hilton in Pittsburg and Brentwood. If you've been there before, you know when your car breaks down on the freeway, you want quick, reliable service. You want All Counties Tow. With 20 years of experience, 7 locations in Northern California, and 50 trucks, All Counties Tow is the one to count on when you need roadside help. You can find them at allcotow.com or phone 925-709-0759 for fast, dependable service. Easy and painless. All Counties Tow.
Rotary International or Rotary.org. Find a Rotary Club near you. Rotary is where neighbors, friends, and problem solvers share ideas, join leaders, and take action to create lasting change. Remember, if you'd like to participate...
Bottom of the first we go. The Diamonds will have Brett Smith, Morgan Blatnick, Joel Carranza, and then Valera will hit 4th. Bracamonte, he'll hit 5th. Pat O'Donnell out in his usual spot in left field. Wes Wallace in center. The new guy, Ryan Lashley, he'll DH tonight. And Jose Garcia will be the shortstop. That group will take on Drew Bravo of Chesterfield, Missouri. 0-1, a 2.91 ERA in 11 games. 12 1/3 innings pitched, 22 strikeouts, and 11 walks. And Drew, this will be his first start. I was looking over his pitching log, and everything very short outings,
Yep.
Scott. Just inning in the third, that sort of thing. He's faced the Diamonds a couple of times, but you always see a situation like that, and the first thing you wonder is how many innings can he go?
How long are they going to last? We're going to get a Diamonds lineup that has the special J. Armandral touch, he said. He had said he talked to Aaron about it, but he wanted to make some changes, minor changes. He thought it would get a better flow to the lineup. Carranza hitting third as one thing that rushes out at you.
Bravo with a fastball, in for a strike to Smith. Lunardelli in left, Carter in center, Decker in right, Maccabee at third, Barrios at short, Caffrey at second. Next pitch high for a ball. Etheridge at first. Vic Grasso gets the start behind the plate for Bravo. And the right-hander ready again, and the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a foul, and ahead in the count here. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Smith comes up here hitting .312. He's got 1 home run and 18 RBIs.
Base hit last night for Brett. Also reached on an error and then was caught stealing after leading off the 7th inning. Trying to get the Diamonds started off right now. Here's the pitch, and that one just outside. The count goes 2-2. For those of you on Mixler, the travel grays being worn, as I said, by Martinez with the gray hat. I haven't seen that so far. Here's the pitch, swing, and a chopper is short. Barrios in, has it, fires to first, and 1 out here in the first, and here comes Morgan Blatnick.
I think monochromatic is the term for their uniform.
Ooh, wow. That's a big word.
It's a big word for a big gray uniform. That looked like they could be like a chroma key screen. Like the weatherman's desk in front of, and then they fill the back part with whatever, the weather map and stuff.
Naughty. To get out my dictionary and my thesaurus and bring over my old English teacher. All right, here's Morgan Blatnick after the 6-3 ground out. Has Smith as out number 1, and Blatnick takes a strike in the count. No balls and 1 strike to Morgan. Getting another start at third base. Picked up yet another walk yesterday. Walked in that 7th inning. Here's a pitch that's inside. 1 ball and 1 strike to Blatnick.
Still number 2 in the league with on-base percentage, and he just keeps chugging along there.
Actually walked and scored in that 7th inning. Here's a ball. Joel Carranza drove him in.
But the Diamonds have, I think, I think 4 out of the top 7 players in the on-base percentage list. Yasuda, Valera, Blatnick.
2-1 pitch just a bit low. 3 balls and a strike. I told you about the Clips clipping the Diamonds. They did it on June the 27th, July the 4th, and July the 6th. There is ball 4. So Blatnick is aboard now with the walk, and that'll bring up Carranza, the first baseman tonight. And you always wonder when a guy hasn't been playing that position for quite a while. Wonder how much rust will still be there, but obviously he's been getting some work over there at first base, I'm sure, during their practice time. There's a good look at Joel. Pitch to him, and that's outside for a ball.
It's an interesting position because the Diamonds just don't seem to have, they don't have well, Jordan Vanetta, I guess, was their starting first baseman at the start of the year, and Vanetta has come back, but not taken over first base again.
Here's the pitch, swinging a foul that'll get out of play. And the count, a ball and a strike. So Corey McDonald got into a bit of trouble in that top of the first, but able to pitch around it and put up that 0. Diamonds 1 on and 1 out, trying to make some early noise and grab the lead for their right-hander. Swinging a ground ball left side. Lunardelli with the dive, or Maccabee with the dive. You can't get it. That's into left field for a base hit. So 2 of the first 3 Diamonds have reached here, and now they threaten. And here comes Rafael Valera. .322 on base percentage. Just outstanding for Raphael. .443.
And here he is in the cleanup hitting position.
Not what you really think of as a power hitter, but certainly averaging on base percentage. Very, very good. And chance to drive in a run here. Swinging a foul straight back in the count. 0-1. The Diamonds a chance to get on the board early here. Gabriel Bracamonte, who's been swinging a great bat. He waits on deck, and he'll get a chance barring a double play. The 0-1 pitch, swing, ground ball to short, could be two. Second for one, over to first, throw is high, but the first baseman, Etheridge, able to get ground back to the ground in time to complete the play. So the twin killing ends the threat. Diamonds don't score in the first. Moving on to the second, Clippers and Diamonds 0-0.
Baseball's Hall of Fame is dedicated to the greatest stars of all time.
In baseball, dedication, hard work, and some creative thinking can make a team a champion. At Winter Chevrolet, the same qualities can make you the champion. Pittsburgh's new and used Chevrolet dealer has the car that will make you feel like you just hit a home run. With a large selection to choose from, Winter Chevrolet is sure to have the car that fits your personality, and their amazing finance programs will allow you to slide into your new car safely. Winter Chevrolet, a proud sponsor of Diamonds Baseball, is off of Highway 4 in Pittsburgh. Winter has what you want. Oh, sure, you'll ask for advice if you want some, but usually you know exactly how you want your business publications and handouts to look. That's where Paper Tiger Ready Print comes in. It is their mission to help you achieve your business goals, and that starts by listening to what you want and making it happen. At Paper Tiger Ready Print, they believe there is no greater satisfaction than delivering a finished product that helps a client reach their goals and objectives. Give them a try. You won't be disappointed. Paper Tiger Ready Print at 182 East Leland Road in Pittsburgh or readyprint.com.
For some activities, we've got musical chairs, dizzy bats, and hula hoops coming up. Check it out. And everybody's favorite dancing bat boy is back tonight. Let's see what he does.
All right, to the bottom of the second we go. Alan Maccabee, the third baseman, Devin Carter, the center fielder, and then Chris Caffrey, the second baseman. The first three scheduled hitters to take on Corey McDonald. And the Diamonds had a chance there with runners at first and second, just one out to get on the board, but Drew Bravo able to turn them away with the 6-4-3 double play. So both pitchers a little bit of trouble, Scott, both able to pitch around those early jams in the first. No scores, we head to the second inning.
With Bravo, we don't have a track record really to go by, but for Corey McDonald, it's definitely a big deal. I remember, I think the last game he had, the scoreboard for the other team was 3 million. They had 3 in the first inning and then 6 zeros. And if you can get past that first inning, you know you're going to give up runs. It's not, you're not going to get zeros for every game, for every inning, but it just sets a different tone when you give it up in the first inning right off the bat.
You know, I kind of didn't notice that. Sometimes you look up there and it looks like the national debt.
Or my debt.
Here's the pitch. That one's high for a ball. And 1 ball, no strikes to Alan Maccabee. A couple of base hits for Maccabee yesterday. He was picked off, however, after he picked up that first base hit in the first. And this pitch, swing and a miss. And if the rest of the league has forgotten, they'll quickly remember that trying to run on Travis Blackley is just different. 1-1 pitch, swing, and that ball is laced into left field. Good looking, smooth swing by Maccabee, and boy, who's kind of all arms that time. Looked like he's swinging a golf club and right into left field for a base hit. Here's Devin Carter, and he is, apparently he is the beer batter.
Oh.
So a buck off beer if he strikes out. I'm going to chain Scott here to the desk. No, actually, no.
Don't do that.
It's wine.
Carter, the wine batter. They have a wine batter in Sonoma.
That pitch is high inside to Devin Carter, 1-0.
He's hitting .265 with 9 home runs and 29 RBIs, but most importantly, he has 36 strikeouts on the season, and that leads the team. So as you know, maybe you don't know, the beer batter is the one, if he strikes out, everybody gets a discount or a free beer or something like that.
This one popped foul. Yeah, buck off beer.
Buck off.
If McDonald can strike him out.
Our 1-year-old adventurer is on the loose again. He's not really on the loose. Dad is there watching it, but he is ready to climb the mountain, man.
He's got the energy, ready to go. 1 ball, 1 strike. Following a leadoff base hit by Maccabee, they'll chase him back over.
You know, you don't always have to have the shutdown stuff, you're not letting anybody on base. You just got to be able to not give up the big hit when there are people on board.
Swing, broken bat, looper toward right field. Out to get it is Valera in short right field. He makes the catch. And there's the first out of the second inning. And here comes Chris Caffrey, the second baseman.
That was a very nice catch by Valera. It kind of reminded me of a wide receiver catching the ball over his head. It was, and that was a nice thing to see. Is this the replay? Yeah, here we go. Maybe we can get a glimpse here. There he is. Yeah.
It looked like that was going to be trouble at first.
Yeah.
That one was going to drop in, but Valera was able to go out there and get it. Chris Caffrey, the second baseman. Right-handed batter, and the pitch to him. Fastball in the outside corner in the count. No balls and a strike. Caffrey, same position as last night. Second base, 9th place hitter. Couple of flyouts. He did get an RBI on a fielder's choice. Coming in the 7th, big swing and a miss at the off-speed pitch. And he's down to the count 0-2. That was a nice change of pace from McDonald as that one just faded away. Here's a look at Blatnick over there at third base. Morgan, a few big steps off the line, couple of steps behind the bag. And you got Garcia slightly shaded toward second base. As the Diamonds look for the double play ball, Valera closer to second base. Here's the pitch swing and the ground ball left field line. And that's going to be just foul. Rod Adams out from behind the plate to make sure. The ball hit hard enough and looked like it was potentially extra bases, but no harm, no foul for the Diamonds. Count 0-2.
You know, the ball hit that hard. The umpire actually is well behind home plate when the ball's hit, as he's behind the catcher. And he is not exactly standing on the foul line when he's making that call.
0-2 pitch inside for a ball. No, that's just one of those. If it goes over the bag, then it's going to be fair. And that could be a very difficult call. And that's why in the majors they have, especially in the postseason, for years and years they've had right field line and left field line umpires.
Right.
There's a pitch inside, and of course now they just got a million cameras too. So.
Well, I don't think does replay affect foul ball calls?
They can overturn those.
They can?
Yeah. You used to see that in the postseason with those extra umpires swinging a ground ball to second. Valera has it going to his right, throws and gets the lead runner at second base. Valera, what a play. I said right, going to his left and made that grab, spun, and went to Garcia to get the out at second. When I thought for sure he would just take the easier out and go to first.
That was a great play. It's been Valera's inning. And he gets him there. Beautifully done. It's a little ballet performance out there at second base for Rafael Valera on top of well, there's a lot of athleticism in ballet. What am I saying?
Well, that was a very, very good play. A 4-6 fielder's choice off the bat of Caffrey. And there's out number 2. Next pitch inside for a ball is the catcher, Vic Grasso, is getting the duties at catcher. Wilkins Jimenez last night, couple of strikeouts for Wilkins. Always want to keep your catchers fresh. Here's the pitch. Swinging. That ball's a little looper into right center. That's going to get down for a base hit. Smith's got it. Runner's going to go around second and into third. So with 2 outs now, the Clips have them cornered again here. Back-to-back innings where the Clips have runners at first and third.
Some people just like to live dangerously. and now Corey again has that runners at first and third situation. But it's fortunate for him. There are 2 down here. And
so Vic Grasso picks up the 2-out base hit. So Grasso at first. Maccabee the runner at third. Or Caffrey actually the runner at third. Here's a little chopper out in front of the mound. Now they're going to say it is a foul ball. Might have caught a piece of the batter Pedro Barrios, and his count is 0-1.
Caffrey on kind of a suicide mission. I mean, the ball was fouled to the plate. Had it been fair at the plate, the ball was at the plate, and he was racing down the third baseline like he thought that was exactly what he should be doing. He's coming home right at the catcher who would have had the ball.
Clips looking to take the early lead again. They threatened in the first, were turned away. Here's the pitch, swung on. That's hit hard, but Wes Wallace is there to make the catch. And it is the 2 innings of living dangerously. The Clips have left 4. McDonald gets through another inning unscathed after 1.5. Clippers and Diamonds, no score from Pittsburg.
Road trips can be grueling, which is why baseball teams are happy to split their road games. But there is one way to guarantee a win on the road. That's by staying at a hand.
Little J's. The handcrafted burgers are sensational. The generous sandwiches are delicious. The hand-carved tri-tip is the best in town. Getting hungry? You probably already know where to go to find these food treasures. Little J's in Pittsburg. Since 2003, Little J's has been rewarding those smart enough to stop in for a meal. They can also cater your next event. On Loveridge Road, it's Little J's Restaurant. The 90 feet between third base and home plate is some of the most important real estate in sports. That's why a coach is located there to help runners navigate the valuable turf. There is help for you, too, when you need to navigate real estate issues. Kroski Real Estate in Pittsburg has been building strong communities since 1946. The family-owned and operated business is an expert on commercial property management, real estate sales, and residential property management. Kroski Real Estate is on Railroad Avenue in Old Town, Pittsburgh. When you are making the turn for home, get the help you need from Kroski Real Estate.
Bottom of the second we go. 4 hits in the ballgame already. Clippers have 3 of them. Clippers have threatened in both their innings. Diamonds have threatened in theirs, but so far 6 runners have been left on base combined to the game, and now the Diamonds will send up Bracamani, O'Donnell, and Wes Wallace here to face Drew Bravo. Bottom half of the second inning here from Pittsburgh. And our youngest fan continues to enjoy the ballpark.
He's a single-minded fan. He wants to climb those stairs, and Dad keeps bringing him back, and he goes right back at it.
So here's Bracamonte. Told you about that hitting streak that he has going. Able to extend it to 12 games yesterday. That hitting streak started on July the 4th. And he's hit 19 of his last 20 going back to June the 24th. So he just continues to swing a hot bat. Couple of base hits for him yesterday. Here's a strike. Picked up a run scored in the 4th. So Bracamonte enjoying a very nice 2018 campaign. Takes a strike with the fastball. And I believe that was that strike one or strike two? The next pitch to Bracamonte, swing and a foul. And that'll be strike two. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Gabe.
He didn't look very happy with that swing. And I don't know if he felt he should not have swung at it or should have done something better with the swing that he had, but he was not a happy batter after that.
Might be thinking that was the pitch I needed to hit. The 1-2 pitch, swinging a foul again. This one he had to reach across the plate. Fouls it away and stays alive. 1 ball and 2 strikes on the Diamondback stop Gabe Bracamonte. They play him straight away, medium deep in the outfield. 1-2 pitch is outside, ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's Bravo back to work at funky leg kick, and this one slapped to the left side, backhanded by the shortstop Barrios, who throws him out. 1 up and 1 down here in the second inning. Here's Pat O'Donnell.
Barrios is very impressive at shortstop. He just is very consistent, makes the tough plays, but as we've seen recently, it sometimes counts that you make even the easy plays because not everyone is doing that.
Aaron Miles has made that comment a number of times over the last couple of years. When I've talked to him, and there's a pitch on the outside corner, a strike. If you can't make the plays consistently, or even you're not fast enough to get to certain plays, a lot of times, even if you can hit, Scott, they won't be able to have a place for you. So here's a pitch that's down low. No balls and 2 strikes. If you already have your designated hitter, that one's already covered. Sometimes they'll let you go even if your bat's pretty good. And years ago, defense used to seem like the thing that was kind of overlooked at times. Here's the 0-2 pitch, breaking ball. Looked like a slider that just kept spinning outside.
Aaron Miles was making that point to a couple of people before the game in Vallejo this week. I just happened to walk into the dugout as he was telling a story about how important it was not to be flashy, but to just stop the ball and throw someone out and not to have.
1-2 pitch, grounder right side. Caffrey's got it on a hop over to Etheridge at first. 2 up and 2 down, and here comes Wes Wallace with his team leading 11 home runs. Wes out of San Diego after hitting HRs in back-to-back games in San Rafael and Napa on June 22nd, 2030. Went 9 games without homering, but he's homered now in 7 out of his last 10. Pitch to Wes, and that is in there for a strike in the count. 0-1.
A lot of comments about the Major League All-Star game, very much like Wes Wallace.
A lot of home runs. This one lashed into left field. That one's going to hook into the corner. It's going to bounce off the lumpy sign. Here goes Wes digging for second. The throw's going to be cut off, and Wes Wallace has got himself a 2-out double.
Not just a lot of home runs, but a lot of strikeouts. 25 strikeouts in that game.
It turned out to be a pretty interesting game. I'm told it was 8-6 or something like that, right?
I guess. Because the home run derby was supposed to be on Monday.
Paula was saying that with the new time limit, that the home run derby was really interesting. Here's a pitch, and that breaking ball stays outside. And when Bravo's coming over the top, you can really see him release that ball with that spin. So I'm thinking that is a slider. He's thrown it a couple of times, but hasn't been close either time. Here's the 1-0, and that one is just off the outside part of the plate.
The newest diamond right here, and you get a chance to look at Lashley.
Here he is. Lashley spent 2017 in Southern Illinois in the Frontier League. 27-year-old looks at one, and that's going to be on the outside corner, and a guy who can play a few different positions in the infield.
J.R. Montreal called him a secret weapon. It's so secret he didn't have any information about him.
Secret to him. 2-1. Swing, and that ball's hit hard but foul. And the count goes 2-2. Also went to Lynn University and Stetson University in Florida.
Does Stetson make boots or hats? They make hats.
The old Stetson cowboy hat, right?
All hat, no cattle.
Well, I understand the 2-2 pitch. On the outside corner, a called strike 3. So Lashley left at the plate. He strikes out to end the frame. The Diamonds get a Wes Wallace double, and that's all. We've played 2 full from Pittsburgh. Clippers and Diamonds, no score.
Red's Barbershop. You know when it's time for a haircut, but you aren't really thrilled with the trim you've been getting? You'd like to find a new hair cutter, but it seems like a big hassle with too many choices and not enough information. We're giving you the take sign, as in take down this information. Call Red's Barbershop and make an appointment. Red has the skills and experience with all types of hair. He is great with the latest styles and still knows how to make you shine with more traditional haircuts. Call 925-382-1399 and make an appointment. That's 925-382-1399. Red's Barbershop is at 190 East 7th Street, just off Railroad Avenue in Old Town. Give Red a call today, 925-382-1399.
Anytime we have a conversation with Mechanics Paint, we know that we're in the same business. Our business is customer service, integrity, loyalty, friendship. Mechanics clearly establishes a high level of tradition, honesty, integrity that comes through in all their transactions. I trust them with everything. I know that they're there for us. My name is Paul Irwin. I'm a mechanic.
Top of the third we go. Jimmy Lunardelli to lead it off, followed by Will Decker, and then Jacob Barfield. So it's middle of the order batters to take on Corey McDonald. So far the Clips, a couple of times, both in the first and second, have had runners at the corners, and they've been turned away by Corey.
The San Rafael Pacifics look like they've met their Waterloo. They are now down 4-0 to Napa, and they lost to Napa last night. And so
they're falling apart.
They're falling apart, and just in time for the Diamonds to visit this weekend.
We can't stay that hot the whole season, can we?
They're 0 for the second half.
Here's the pitch, up and in, ball 1. Lunardelli reached on that fielder's choice back in the first. 1-0 pitch, and that just does miss. 2 balls and no strikes. Base hit in 4 trips for Lunardelli yesterday. And this is a hopper to Jose at shortstop. He's got it, fires over to first in time for the out. 1 up and 1 down here in the third, and here's Will Decker.
Now batting, right fielder, number 66, Will Decker.
Will Decker came up as a pinch hitter in the game last night and struck out, but in fact he was the final out of the game.
And came in for Matt Richards last night, as Richards had struck out a couple of times as well. Here's the pitch, and that's outside for a ball. And Travis Blackley, he was on his game last night, finishing with 8 innings pitched and just 3 runs. So 2 good outings for Blackley since his returns. Little ground ball to get it off the mound is the pitcher McDonald. Flips over to first, and quickly there are 2 down here in the inning. Nice start to the third inning, making quick work of Lunardelli and Will Decker. And here's Jacob Barfield.
Just about on schedule. A couple little hiccups or maybe even rocky first 2 innings, but he gets out of them without giving up any runs, which is the difference from previous appearances. And then he has calmed down most of the time as he's gotten to about the 3rd and 4th innings.
And here's the pitch, and Barfield takes inside. Barfield, a couple of home runs and a base hit today, so he has been swinging a hot bat here in this brief 2-game series. Here's the pitch, and swung on and missed, losing the helmet, and the count goes 1-1.
Swung himself right out of his helmet.
Right-handed batter waits the 1-1 swing, and this one a looping liner fouled on the left field line. And the Diamonds get a break there. That looked like extra bases. Didn't hit it very hard, but looked like he had hit it in a good spot, but just a bit out in front. And the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Barfield, a new addition to this lineup. He's only got 28. Well, now he's got 29 at-bats. And 6 home runs and 29 at-bats is a very good percentage.
1-2 pitch, and that one hops up there, and the count 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Don't ask me what it is, but it's a good percentage.
Ooh, math again. 5 hits in the ball game. Clippers have 3, 2 for the Diamonds. 2-strike pitch, swing and a pop-up foul, right side. Carranza, does he have a play? He does. He makes the catch, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Corey McDonald and the Diamonds. So we are through 2.5 now. Clippers and Diamonds, no score from Pittsburgh.
Bodie. Calling Mr. Bodie.
Nick's Sandwiches. Want to tailgate in City Park before the next Diamonds home game? Nick's Sandwiches is a great place to start. Everything you need for a big crew of hungry fans, or a tasty lunch on the Delta, or a quick grab of coffee and a bite to eat on the way to work. Nick's Sandwiches is in Old Town Pittsburgh on Railroad Avenue across from the marina. Eating at the Diamonds' favorite deli is as satisfying as a 3-run homer. Start your pregame warm-up at Nick's Sandwiches, 315 Railroad Avenue in Old Town. One example of teamwork is a smoothly executed double play memorialized in the famous baseball poem, Tinkers to Evers to Chance. Another example of great teamwork is the Pittsburgh Chamber of Commerce. MyPittsburghChamber.org brings together the many and varied businesses that make up the local economy and forges them into a community force that is focused on economic development, advocacy, partnerships, and workforce development. The Pittsburgh Chamber is making a difference. Even if your business doesn't leave you the time to get personally involved, your membership contribution will advance the cause. Visit mypittsburghchamber.org today.
All right, as we go now to the bottom of the 3rd inning, Jose Garcia will start it off, and then they'll turn it back over to the top of the order in Brett Smith and Morgan Plotnick, should anybody reach. Joel Carranza would get a shot here in the 3rd. Diamonds and the Clips, no score. They just played a song that was vaguely familiar to me.
Yeah, four
I've heard that
initials.
before.
4 initials.
Okay. Scott, have you ever heard that one?
I don't know. You can hang out with all the boys. Joel Carranza in the last play of the last half inning, showing that he remembers how to catch a foul ball. That's a very difficult play often.
Well, we saw some of those foul pops yesterday, and they were anything but routine. We saw Wilkins Jimenez, we saw Valera both overrun them and have to retreat to make plays. There is a pitch that's low for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Garcia here to start it off as the Diamonds try to get on the board here in the 3rd inning against Drew Bravo, and the pitch is in there for a strike, and the count 1-1 to Jose.
Yeah, now Corey McDonald has done his part, and it's time for the people holding the wood to do their part.
1-1, and this pitch floats in there and just above the letters, called a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. Here is Mr. Bravo. Drew Bravo. Sounds like the new Private Eye show on NBC. Here's the pitch. And that one's high. 3 balls and 1 strike. And speaking of new shows, apparently Magnum PI is coming back.
I thought it already was back.
Oh, okay.
I may be wrong.
I just saw a commercial of it, and it was like as the count goes 3-2, and it's like, so Hawaii 5-0 is back.
Right.
Magnum PI is back. They brought Roseanne back. Payoff pitch. Swinging a pop-up left side. Lunar Deli Carter coming together. It's going to be Carter, the center fielder, and Jose Garcia is out number 1 with a fly ball to center. Here is Brett Smith, the leadoff hitter, as the Diamonds turn over the batting order. But I don't know. How about the honeymooners? Why not?
To the moon, Alice.
Bring it. Come on. Bring it back. Is there a writer's strike or something?
What is the number 1 show you would like to see come back? That is an interesting question. But that's Hollywood. Hollywood, they hate to have to come up with something new. The movie industry has done that forever. And, what's interesting is, so you bring back Hawaii 5-0. Why would you change it? Why would you have changes? You bring back the Hawaii 5-0. And a lot of people talked about the Lost in Space movie. You remember
I remember Lost in Space.
And there's Lost in Space. Oh, no, it's a Lost in Space. It is a Lost in Space series. I guess it's on Netflix. It's one of those things where you binge watch it. They should have the Pacific Association play the entire season some secret location in the Bahamas or something. And then they release it as 80 games. You can binge watch the whole season, see? And I think this is a $1 million idea.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Brett Smith. How much of a market is there for old baseball games? Wow.
Well, these are no one would have seen them.
Never know.
Secret location.
Brett Smith awaits the 1-2. There it is. Bounce to the right side. Caffrey's got it. Over to first in time. 2 down. So Garcia a fly to center. Smith bounces out 4-3. Here's Morgan Blotnick, who walked his first time. It just seems like what's old is new again.
Mm-hmm. Well, always, it's... and some of them are horrible. Who thought, some of those Saturday Night Live skits that they turned into movies, the Killer Bees or whatever. I mean, they're great skits, but a movie?
Yeah, apparently this one a bunt fouled up the third baseline. So Blotnick looking to get on, playing small ball, and that one just foul. The count 0-1 to Morgan. Morgan checking with home plate umpire Ron Adams to make sure that ball was in the strike zone. And, figure with the way Morgan walks, he could be an umpire himself. Left-handed batter waits, 0-1. Swung on, fly ball into center field. Here comes Carter. That one's going to drop in front of him for a base hit. So the Diamonds get a 2-out base hit. Morgan Blotnick aboard at first, and here comes Carranza.
This is the second inning where they had 2 outs before they got a hit, and it didn't work out so well in the second inning, but Carranza steps up here with his shoes and the magic they seem to be bringing.
And Carranza got a base hit his first time following a Blotnick walk. But then Valera hit into a double play to end the inning. Diamonds hoping for different outcome this time. This one gets by. Blotnick headed down to second base. The ball skipped off the grass and then caromed off the boards. Came back to Grasso, the catcher, very slowly, and Blotnick easily into second base as the Diamonds pick up 90 feet. So a break for Pittsburgh, and now a base hit to the outfield should give them the lead here. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul back to the screen. The count goes 1-1.
Of course, that ball going back to the backstop was it's very different when the guy's running from first to second and you go back and pick up the ball and it comes to you in a hurry, but still hard to throw out someone at second base at that point. But if someone's breaking from third, they'd run right into his waiting glove.
Well, sometimes it seems like it was almost like those pitchbacks that we used to have. Remember? Just right back to the catcher. Here's the pitch that's inside for a ball. It's 2-1. I think they used to call one. I think it used to be the Johnny Bench pitch back thing when we were kids. Didn't they have that?
I don't know. They might have, but I
practice and it would just carry them right back to you.
As a young Giants fan, the Big Red Machine was not my favorite thing.
That ball is hit hard, left center field and deep, and this one is gone, a home run.
Did someone say Johnny Bench?
A 2-run blast for Joel Carranza with 2 outs. So Blatnick gets that little pop-up base hit that keeps the inning alive, and Carranza puts the Diamonds on the board with a 2-run home run, and it's the Diamonds 2 and the Clippers nothing.
Something about those shoes, I got to say. Those orange and black, those are sharp-looking shoes, and they've got something going on.
So here's Rafael Valera. Told you of the double play he hit into in the first to end the inning. We told you about the great numbers with the on-base percentage.
Wow.
And now Valera a little irritated. That ball went right over his head following a 2-run home run.
And but it was a fastball, and it was right at his head. It was dangerous. Look at this.
Oh boy! And Valera immediately takes exception to this, and you can see the look that he gives to Drew Bravo, and Bravo trying to say my bad there with the pat on the chest, but very small, not a very big apology as far as the hitter is concerned. As he pitched way inside for a ball. And, of course, just following a 2-out, 2-run home run, the batter's taking exception to that. 2-0 pitch, and that is low for a ball. 3 balls and no strikes. And Rafael can only say, don't blame me. I didn't hit it.
Well, yeah, I don't
what
think
are you
anybody
picking on me for.
I don't think Bravo was throwing at Valera.
3-0 pitch in there for a strike count, 3-1.
The numbers of people hit by pitches in this league is somewhat astronomical. The weird thing, but the bad thing about that one was that it was so it was thrown so hard.
3-1 pitch is fouled off. Count goes 3-2. But you know the hitter's thinking, just hit a home run, and the next pitch comes right at my head. I'm thinking, are you doing that intentionally? Payoff pitch. Check swing, and it is going to be a strike anyway, and the inning is over. But Morgan Blatnick with the base hit to center. Joel Carranza, the 2-out, 2-run home run, and after 3 full, it's Diamonds 2, Clippers nothing.
Are you looking for a community-based establishment that will provide a fun and exciting environment for your family? Certainly Diamonds Baseball is one, and no doubt Lumpy's Diner is another. Before or after the game, eating at Lumpy's Diner or Lumpy's Diner Express can make for a great doubleheader. And if you want to win a road game, LD's Catering will make your event a hit no matter the location. Lumpy's Diner is a homegrown sensation, world famous since 2008. Bring your family to ours. In baseball, dedication, hard work, and some creative thinking can make a team a champion. At Winter Chevrolet, the same qualities can make you the champion. Pittsburgh's new and used Chevrolet dealer has the car that will make you feel like you just hit a home run. With a large selection to choose from, Winter Chevrolet is sure to have the car that fits your personality, and their amazing finance programs will allow you to slide into your new car safely. Winter Chevrolet, a proud sponsor of Diamonds Baseball, is off of Highway 4 in Pittsburgh. Winter has what you want.
All right, as we head to the top of the 4th inning, the Diamonds have grabbed a 2-0 lead. And for more play-by-play, here's Scott McDonald.
Thank you, Tony. And Corey McDonald is out here. He has avoided the big inning early in the game, and he now slides into inning number 4, having given up no runs. And thanks to Joel Carranza, has a 2-0 lead here. So things are moving all in the right direction if you're Corey McDonald. And if you're the Nashville Silverados, I guess they are too. They are now ahead 5-0 in the bottom of the 3rd against the San Rafael Pacifics. going for win number 2 against those Pacifics.
Love-hate situation there for the Diamonds. You'd love to see the Pacifics get knocked down and all of a sudden pick up a bunch of games, but kind of right now the Silverados are the team you want to stay in front of.
Well, I think it's still early in the game. You need to have bigger dreams, like first place, and that's where the Pacifics are, and the Silverados are trying to knock them down a notch again. Admiral, I think I told you the Stoppers are leading the Vallejo Admirals 1-0. Both those games in the bottom of the third. We are in the top of the fourth here. Nathan Etheridge will step up to the plate. Alan Mockabee, Devin Carter will follow. Corey McDonald to the plate. The pitch is a strike. It's 0-1. The Diamonds playing good defense and power hitting, which now power hitting is their biggest weakness so far this year. I think there's a little doubt about that. This pitch is grounded to the right side and into right field for a base hit. Etheridge right between the first baseman and the second baseman into right field, and he will be on at first base with nobody out. And McDonald had a 1-2-3 inning in the third, but not now.
You talk about power hitting, but yesterday when I was doing up those numbers, I had to do some math, so you might want to check that. But they were still a bit over 6 runs a game on the average, so still scoring plenty of runs. Of course, if you add some more home runs, it would be nice to be up over 7 runs a game. That would never hurt.
Etheridge with his lead at first base, and here's the pitch. Here's a ball to Alan Mockabee, who singled in the second inning, and then was out at second base on a fielder's choice. McDonald taking his time, looking over his left shoulder at the runner. Comes at the plate as a strike, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike.
And I heard a stat earlier about Major League Baseball. I think it was the Padres, and they were one of the worst offensive teams in the league, and they were even averaging over 4 runs a game. Major League Baseball scoring a lot of runs lately.
That pitch is a ball. And, we talked about it yesterday. The Diamonds statistically are a strong third in all categories. Combining it, their third place would indicate that they should be somewhere near third place, but they're not. They're in a fourth place lock with Napa and well behind the third place Stompers. These are Admirals. The pitch is down the right field line and into foul territory, and coming over is Smith, but he won't be able to get there, so it's going to be a strike. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Alan Mockabee with Etheridge on at first. Etheridge has 1 stolen base, has been caught stealing once. Big first baseman being held on by Carranza. First game that Carranza has played in the field for the Diamonds, and he's done an outstanding job. Made a nice play in foul ground and been holding the runners on, etc. This pitch is fouled back, and the count stays at 2-2. Jacques Bolton is the field umpire. You can see out behind McDonald on the mound out there, playing in the middle of the field because there's a runner on at first base. There he is. We had a game last week. Was that at home that Garcia ran into the umpire? There's a pitch. Swung on and lifted to center field. Wallace takes 4, 5, 6, 7 steps back and makes the catch.
We just got under that one, making it a routine play out in center for Wes. Big first out here for Corey McDonald.
Devin Carter will come up here. He's lined out to Valera. Valera made that catch in short right field. It was we compared it to being a wide receiver with that over-the-shoulder catch. And then later in the inning, he did a 360 on stopped the ball going into the hole, and then did a 360 throwing the runner out at second base. It was quite an inning for Rafael. The pitch is a strike here, and it's no balls and 1 strike. 1 down, top of the 4th inning, and it is 2-0 in favor of Pittsburgh.
That looked like almost a 9-3 curveball that time. It didn't really go down. It kind of went left to right.
This pitch is whacked to the right side and into right field for a base hit. Smith comes over to get it, drops it, and that allows Etheridge to race around second and head to third as Smith bobbled the ball a little bit, and Etheridge was heads up enough to keep going down to third base. And there will be runners at the corners with 1 down here for the Clippers.
And the Clippers have done this twice. I think both times they did it with 2 outs. if I'm not mistaken, and now third time in 4 innings. They've got him cornered, and McDonald's has been able to strand the runners thus far, but in another jam here in the 4th inning.
Chris Caffrey steps up here, runners at first and third, 1 out. The Diamonds, of course, hoping for a double play ball.
Hey, let's roll it now, huh?
McDonald to the plate. Caffrey lines this one into left center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Coming over is O'Donnell to pick it up. Coming in to score is Etheridge. And going down to third base now will be Devin Carter. And on at first with an RBI single is Chris Caffrey. The Diamonds lead now cut 2-1.
And just like that, the Martinez Clippers able to get right back on the board. And that one was really spanked by Devin Carter, who picks up the RBI. Plating Etheridge, and now they've got him cornered again, still with just 1 out and 1 in.
Victor Grasso, who is the replacing Wilkins Jimenez, who's now playing the first base coach, getting a night off from catching. But Grasso with a single in the 2nd inning. One run on 6 hits for the Clippers. 2 runs on 3 hits for the Diamonds. This pitch is grounded right up the middle, and it's going to be Garcia stepping on second, throwing at first. Double play. And the ball just got over McDonald's glove, and it's a good thing for the Diamonds because Garcia was there and just able to eat it up at second base, step on the bag, and throw to first. Here's another look at it. There goes over McDonald, and Garcia's with that smooth pickup and throws him out. And it's not even close because it doesn't get really any easier than that with a double play. Diamonds get out of it with giving up just 1 run, as once again McDonald's living dangerously, but he survives without horrible things happening. We're going to the bottom of the 4th inning. The score is Pittsburg 2 and Martinez 1. Hampton by Hilton. Road trips can be grueling, which is why baseball teams are happy to split their road games. But there's one way to guarantee a win on the road. That's by staying at Hampton Inn by Hilton. Fresh, up-to-date accommodations include a hearty cooked breakfast to get you off to a good start on the day. Known for low-end prices and high-end service, a stay at Hampton Inn by Hilton means you can earn points in the valuable Hilton Honors Program. You can find a Hampton Inn by Hilton in Pittsburg and Brentwood. Little J's. The handcrafted burgers are sensational. The generous sandwiches are delicious. The hand-carved tri-tip is the best in town. Getting hungry? You probably already know where to go to find these food treasures. Little J's in Pittsburg. Since 2003, Little J's has been rewarding those smart enough to stop in for a meal. They can also cater your next event. On Loveridge Road, it's Little J's Restaurant. We're going to the bottom of the 4th inning here at Winter Chevrolet Stadium, where the Diamonds and the Clippers are closing out their 2-game series. Drew Bravo against Corey McDonald, and Bravo has had a fine evening on the mound except for a 2-run home run from Joel Carranza. He hit that with Morgan Blatnick on after a single. That was last inning, and the Diamonds jumped out to a 2-0 lead. And then the Clippers came back in the top of this 4th and scored a run of their own, and they have continued to threaten. Let's see if let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 runners left on base in 4 innings by the Martinez Clippers. So that's got to be frustrating to them, and McDonald has just survived by the hair on his chinny chin chin. But survive he has. That's what the game is all about.
And you look up there, you got 4 innings and just 1 run, and the Diamonds love to see that from Corey McDonald. That ERA way higher than they had anticipated starting the season as to where Corey McDonald would be at the halfway mark.
Gabriel Bracamonte steps in here. He is grounded out to the shortstop in his first at-bat. Number 5 hitter in the leagues right now. Here's the pitches outside for a ball. It's 1-0. 345, I believe, is his average. I should be able to give you the correct one. It is 345. 6 home runs, 31 RBIs. At least that was what his average before he grounded out. Now the pitch is a strike here, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike to the Diamonds catcher.
Trying to keep this 12-game hitting streak alive.
This pitch is grounded up the middle. He just did that. Base hit into center field. Barrios came over, but he didn't have a chance to make a play, and that ball went past him and on into center field. So Bracamonte with a leadoff single on at first base.
We'll make it a Baker's double. Baker's dozen, I should say, for Bracamonte as he keeps it alive with a base hit here. And more importantly, the Diamonds off to a good start in the bottom of the fourth, trying to at least get that one run back, if not more, here against Drew Bravo.
Patrick O'Donnell steps in, Bracamonte with his lead. Bravo looks over his shoulder, comes to the plate, and this is a ground ball to the second. It's a shortstop. Barrios with it. He throws to second for one. The throw to first will not be in time as O'Donnell gets down the line in a hurry. And it just didn't seem to be as smooth a double play combo as you would want to see if you were the Clippers. But O'Donnell also was very fast, so he beats it out, and he's on at first base. Bracamonte is out at second, and that will bring up Wes Wallace. Wallace doubled back in the second inning.
Yeah, ringing double from Wes. See if he can keep this inning going. Still just one on and one out.
The pitch to Wallace is outside for a ball, and it is 1 ball and no strikes. On deck, the newest Diamond, Ryan Lashley, playing designated hitter tonight. He had just joined the club this evening. The pitch to Wallace is outside for ball 2. It's 2 balls and no strikes.
Nice to see Wes Wallace just continuing to pick up those hits. And he's been on a home run, pretty good home run tear lately.
O'Donnell at first leads the team in steals with 11. The pitch from Bravo is outside ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes. Wallace came into the game with his average at 219. Here's the pitch. That's a strike. It's 3-1, which is why you would not think that they would necessarily be trying to pitch around him, even though he is the biggest home run hitter in the league and certainly has been hot, knocking the ball out of the park recently. 3-1 count. The 3-1 pitch is a big swing and a miss. 3-2. That ball was headed for Antioch, I think, but unfortunately, it ended up with the catcher's glove instead.
That 219 average in strikeouts, the on-base percentage for West still pretty good, near 300.
There goes the runner. Here's the pitch. It's fouled back. The count is 3 balls and 2 strikes, and O'Donnell on the go from first base, trying to perhaps keep out of a double play.
Yeah. Little hit and run, just trying to keep the inning alive. And, of course, with the guy that strikes out a lot, not usually a play they put on.
He strikes out this time. Then down goes O'Donnell. The throw down to second, and that's a double play as O'Donnell is tagged out at second base. So the Diamonds send their leading stolen base man down to second base, but Wes Wallace strikes out, and he is thrown out. And that's the end of things here in the 4th inning. We're going to inning number 5 with the score, the Diamonds 2 and the Clippers 1.
That's why you don't do that.
Well, if you've been there before, you know when your car breaks down on the freeway, you want quick, reliable service. You want All Counties Tow. With 20 years of experience, 7 locations in Northern California, and 50 trucks, All Counties Tow is the one to count on when you need roadside help. You can find them at allcotow.com or phone 925-709-0759 for fast, dependable service. Easy and painless. All Counties Tow. In baseball, dedication, hard work, and some creative thinking can make a team a champion. At Winter Chevrolet, the same qualities can make you the champion. Pittsburgh's new and used Chevrolet dealer has the car that will make you feel like you just hit a home run. With a large selection to choose from, Winter Chevrolet is sure to have the car that fits your personality. And their amazing finance programs will allow you to slide into your new car safely. Winter Chevrolet, a proud sponsor of Diamonds Baseball, is off of Highway 4 in Pittsburgh. Winter has what you want. And Caffrey single at the first, and then Victor Grasso double play, 6-3. Well, we are ready to go here to the top of the 5th inning, and we're going to have the top of the batting order for Martinez here. Pedro Barrios, Jimmy Lorandelli, and Will Decker will come to the plate. Lunardelli, excuse me, the left fielder for the Clippers. Barrios walked in the first inning and then was thrown out at second on a fielder's choice, and then he flew out to center in the second inning. McDonald has given up a run. He's been in danger of doing more than that, so he's got to feel good about where he is right now. That pitch missed somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where. It's a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. We are right now in the worst time for the sunshine in the fielder's eyes on the left side of the diamond, and that pitch goes right by Bracamonte. No sun in his eyes. 2 balls and no strikes now. The count to Barrios leading off the 5th inning here.
There were some good shots of ballpark here at Winter Chevrolet Stadium. Look over left field onto Railroad Avenue.
This pitch is swung on and fouled down the left field line. 2 balls and a strike. Diamonds will get to face Sonoma in the next 2 games against the Stoppers on Thursday and Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday. They'll be in San Rafael to take on the first place Pacifics. This is a bunt down the third base line, picked up by Blatnick barehanded. He throws it down to first base. Carranza leaves the bag to make sure he gets the ball because he was not going to get there in time to get the runner anyway, and that kind of goes back to exactly what Aaron Miles was talking about when I was talking about that dugout conversation I happened in on, and he was just talking about how, you don't need to be flashy. You need to make sure the ball doesn't get behind you and doesn't do bad things. And if maybe you're not going to be able to stretch and get the ball, but you can keep it from going somewhere else.
I can remember hearing coaches say when we went after a ball, don't just cut across to go get it. Run around so you don't miss it. Don't play singles into doubles.
Surround the thing. That's right. Runner at first, nobody out. Here's the pitch grounded right back up the middle to Garcia. Garcia flips it to second for 1. Valera to first, double play.
A little bit of a juggle, but Valera able to get it out of his glove into his bare hand quick enough, Scott. As we take another look, I thought he was going to be bobbling this ball and they weren't going to get it. Bit of a hiccup, still had time to get him, but boy, that was close.
There it is to Valera, and has a little bit of a trouble getting it in his throwing hand, and he is able to get it there and get something on the ball to get it to first base. Out number 2, and now McDonald all of a sudden has nobody on and 2 outs here in the 5th inning. Will Decker steps in. The pitch to Decker is swung on, and he lifts this one high and fouled. Bracamonte over, Blatnick over. Bracamonte says he's going to have it, but he did not. He can make the catch. He was there, but it did not fall on his glove.
Trying to make the running catch with the fence coming up. I don't think they would charge him with an error on that. But just coming out, flipping off the mask, and usually the third baseman would have a better chance, but Blatnick probably a lot further away from that than was the catcher, Bracamonte. So Will Decker gets a second chance.
New life for Will Decker here with 2 outs, an 0-1 count now. Nobody on in the top of the 5th inning. 2-1 in favor of the Diamonds. The pitch, low for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike.
In the middle innings here, just a 2-1 ball game. 3 double plays turned to the game so far. 2 from the Diamonds.
The 1-1 pitch is swung on, whacked right side. Valera there takes about 3 hops, wings it to first base, and that's it for the Clippers here in inning number 5. They get a base hit, but then they get a double play and a ground ball to Valera, and they are done. We're going to the bottom of the 5th. The score, Pittsburgh 2, Martinez 1.
Red's Barbershop. You know when it's time for a haircut, but you aren't really thrilled with the trim you've been getting? You'd like to find a new hair cutter, but it seems like a big hassle with too many choices and not enough information.
We're giving you the take sign, as in take down this information. Call Red's Barbershop and make an appointment. Red has the skills and experience with all types of hair. He is great with the latest styles and still knows how to make you shine with more traditional haircuts. Call 925-382-1399 and make an appointment. That's 925-382-1399. Red's Barbershop is at 190 East 7th Street, just off Railroad Avenue in Old Town. Give Red a call today, 925-382-1399.
Libraries are community centers, and truly the community comes and uses them. They're here for anybody who walks in the door. It's important for people to have a connection to their community because it makes you feel like you belong. Mechanics Bank really values their relationship. They actively reach out with an open hand to nonprofits. Mechanics Bank doesn't just show up and say that they're going to do something. They actually follow through. They're not just a partner in name, they're a partner in person. My name's Kristen Anderson. I'm the Executive Director of the Walnut Creek Library Foundation, and I'm a mechanic.
The 90 feet between third base and home plate is some of the most important real estate in sports. That's why a coach is located there to help runners navigate the valuable turf. There is help for you, too, when you need to navigate real estate issues. Kroski Real Estate in Pittsburgh has been building strong communities since 1946. The family-owned and operated business is an expert on commercial property management, real estate sales, and residential property management. Kroski Real Estate is on Railroad Avenue in Old Town, Pittsburgh. When you are making the turn for home, get the help you need from Kroski Real Estate. Nick's Sandwiches. Want to tailgate in City Park before the next Diamonds home game? Nick's Sandwiches is a great place to start. Everything you need for a big crew of hungry fans, or a tasty lunch on the Delta, or a quick grab of coffee and a bite to eat on the way to work. Nick's Sandwiches is in Old Town Pittsburgh on Railroad Avenue, across from the marina. Eating at the Diamond's favorite deli is as satisfying as a 3-run homer. Start your pregame warm-up at Nick's Sandwiches, 315 Railroad Avenue in Old Town. So we have just completed the musical chairs competition here at Winter Chevrolet Stadium, and I have to say, bloodthirsty competition it was not. It was, some kids so young, I think they weren't quite sure what the musical chairs competition was all about, and then we had Paula, our PA announcer, calling it, and she didn't have the she couldn't be mean enough to decide who won, so she just said it was a tie at one point. That's the longest musical chairs ever. Here's a pitch to Ryan Lashley coming up here with a strike. It's 0-1. The newest Diamond. He was called out on strikes. His first time up. He's up here in the 5th inning, bottom of the 5th, leading off. 0-1 count. Lashley, the designated hitter, hitting for McDonald, and that curveball did not quite hit the strike zone, but it sure took a long distance, curving into the area anyway.
I think we gave a couple of facts for Mr. Lashley. And a couple of got as high as AA. Scott with Lincoln and St. Paul. So he's been pretty high on the food chain.
This pitch reaches out and hits this one to left center field. Over comes the center fielder Carter to make the catch. He got some wood on that one, but Carter's over to make the play, and that's out number 1.
Now batting the shortstop, number 12, Jose.
Able to square that one up pretty well. Just hit in a spot where they could get it. Devin Carter able to run that one down pretty easily, but nice job by Lashley to strike that one well.
So Jose Garcia will step up here, and it's maybe I haven't noticed, but I think that's the first time we've heard Jose's walk-up music. At least I'm paying attention. This pitch is swung and popped up behind the plate. Grasso comes back to the fence right in front of us, and it hits on the roof on top of us.
A little bit of a fence that kind of hangs over in front of that grandstand, and that takes a few away that might otherwise be caught. But like you said, not a whole lot of room back there anyway. So the hitters certainly appreciate that. Pitchers always want more foul territory. What do you mean you're going to put in more luxury seats? You're taking outs away from me. How can you do that?
There are a couple of stadiums in this league where you'd put in some luxury seats and no one would be upset. There's so much foul territory. Line to the left field. Base hit for Jose Garcia to here in the 5th inning as he'll go to first base with 1 out.
Boy, crushed that one. So back-to-back balls hit very hard by Lashley and Garcia. And Garcia went down and just got that one. That was a low line drive screamer in the 5-hole. And neither the shortstop nor the third baseman had any chance to get that.
So Garcia's on at first. 2-1. The Diamonds with the lead here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 2 runs and 5 hits for Pittsburgh. 1 run, 7 hits for the Clippers. Drew Bravo on the mound the whole way for Martinez. His pitch here is low and outside for a ball to Brett Smith, who has grounded out twice in this one. Garcia on at first base. 1-run lead. What will he be doing? He's got his lead. Boy, his lead is so much bigger than we've seen from other base runners the last couple of games, especially after Travis Blackley picked them up last night. All of a sudden, the lead shrank in a hurry for the Clippers. Bravo goes over his shoulder at Garcia. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on, and he reaches out and hits it right to the second baseman. The throw to first is in time to get Jose Garcia on a double play. Picked off by Caffrey at second base. Line drive right in his glove. He had to make a little bit of a leap, and Garcia was off of first base, and it was an easy pickoff for Caffrey to get him. So that's it. The Diamonds get one single, but they get no runs. They leave nobody. At the end of 5 full, the score, Pittsburgh 2 and Martinez 1.
Yes, sir. What? Yes, we are, but they were doing that musical chairs. We're going to do cha-cha slide.
If you've been there before, you know when your car breaks down on the freeway, you want quick, reliable service. You want All Counties Tow. With 20 years of experience, 7 locations in Northern California, and 50 trucks, All Counties Tow is the one to count on when you need roadside help. You can find them at allcotow.com or phone 925-709-0759 for fast, dependable service. Easy and painless. All Counties Tow.
Are you looking for a community-based establishment that will provide a fun and exciting environment for your family? Certainly Diamonds Baseball is one, and no doubt Lumpy's Diner is another. Before or after the game, eating at Lumpy's Diner or Lumpy's Diner Express can make for a great doubleheader. And if you want to win a road game, LD's Catering will make your event a hit no matter the location. Lumpy's Diner is a homegrown sensation, world famous since 2008. Bring your family to ours. So we are back here at Winter Chevrolet Stadium, and this one hasn't exactly looked like a pitcher's duel, but the score certainly would reflect a pitcher's duel, 2-1 in favor of the Diamonds. There have been 7 hits for the Clippers, but they've been distributed well, and there have been some helpful Diamond defense with double plays to keep big innings from occurring. In fact, there have been no big innings. There's only been 1 run scored for Martinez.
And that one question we can answer for Drew Bravo that we talked about in the early going is how far can a reliever guy who hasn't really been stretched out at all, how far can he go? And so far, so good for the Clippers right-hander.
Top of the 6th inning, Jacob Barfield, Nathan Etheridge, and Alan Maccabee for Martinez. McDonald to the plate. The pitch is a ball. It's 1 ball and no strikes.
One thing that's helped both pitchers, 4 double plays in the game, 2 on each side, and pitchers never complained about that.
No. We're getting some movement in the bullpen for the Diamonds. This ball's whacked foul, and Barfield has made a career of that tonight, barely missing fair balls over the third base bag.
You'll see that causes Blatnick to move out there a little bit. He's seen that a couple of times, and then he's got a little bit of that sunlight on his left side. So he is playing the line pretty closely, and you're going to get one between third base and Blatnick. That ball is going to have to be hit very hard.
Ron Adams telling the Diamonds bullpen to move their chairs back against the fence down there because they had kind of come out in a kind of a curving way so they could get a better view of what was going on, but he didn't like that for safety reasons or for calling the ball in foul territory reasons, whatever it might be. This pitch is inside, and it hits not only Barfield, but it hits Adams too. And
And Barfield going to get aboard with the hit by pitch.
So Barfield down to first base, and Ron Adams was hit as well. So Bracamonte out having a word with his pitcher.
Jock Bolton going to come over the field umpire and check with his partner and make sure he's okay. And just starting to wonder if these umpires and even catchers, but the umpires as well, just get some more football pads out there and just get,
right.
I don't know, get some more protection out there.
So Corey McDonald will now face Nathan Etheridge with a runner at first. Nobody out here in the top of the 6th inning. He has been here before. The leadoff batter has been on base in 4 of the previous 5 innings. So this is 5 out of 6 with the leadoff hitter on base. There's a pitch, swung on and lifted high down the right side, foul, and Carranza over near the fence, and he's there, and he makes the catch right against the fence. Very tough to do, and that's out number 1.
Boy, that thing was dropping, and you just think it was going to get the fence somehow, some way, and it just barely keeps from skimming the fence. A nice shot over there on Bay Area Sports.tv, and a nice play by Joel to make that catch. He didn't have a whole lot of room. Big smile on his face after making that play, and a big first out for the pitcher, Corey McDonald.
Tim Banks, the producer for Bay Area Sports TV, should have made that play. It was
with the camera right over there, huh?
is that camera?
Where's the basket?
Directing the show, and oh yeah, let me stick my glove out here. That pitch is high for a ball. It's 1 ball and no strikes to Alan McAbee. Now with 1 out and a runner at first. Little nice defensive play makes everybody breathe a little bit easier. Getting that first out here. Carranza really having a sweet day at first base. There goes the runner. The pitch is swung and a miss. Down to second base goes the throw, but it's on the third base side of the bag, and Valera cannot tag out the runner. It's going to be a stolen base for Barfield. And he is now in scoring position. The count is 1 ball and 1 strike to McAbee.
But that was a good-looking play all around. Nice throw by Bracamonte. Good catch of the ball, and then just as the runner slid into second base, Valera was there with the tag. Very close to being a caught stealing, but instead the Clips going to get the tying run into scoring position.
1 ball, 1 strike count. McDonald looks back at second, and the pitch swung on, and that one is lifted high and deep to center field. Back goes Wallace. Wallace on his way to the warning track. He looks like it's going to go up against the wall. He picks it up, and I think it's going to be a ground rule double because it bounced over the fence and hit the green background back there for the batters. And that's going to be a ground rule double, but it will score a run. And the Clippers have tied the game at 2.
Yeah, boy, that was a screamer. I didn't think that one was going to go as far as it did, but immediately we saw Wes Wallace, the back of his jersey, and when you see it that quick, you know the ball's going really, really far. Took a big hop, kangarooed up and over and hit the batter's eye, and that might have actually been a break for the Diamonds, keeping the runner at second base instead of a possible triple. But as it is, the Clips get the tying run, and we're all tied at 2 apiece.
1 out. Here at the plate, Devin Carter. He's 1 for 2 on the night, and he's got a runner at second base. The potential lead run down there for Martinez. That's the 8th hit on the night for Martinez. Only come up with 2 runs so far. Carter, the center fielder. And now we get, it looks like Alex Leach is up throwing in the bullpen. Here's a pitch from McDonald. Swung on and lifted to left side, to O'Donnell in left field, and he makes a catch at the foul line and throws back in, and they're 2 down.
A long run for O'Donnell out there in left field, but that was really just kind of a lazy fly ball to left. And I was wondering if O'Donnell was going to have some problems with that sunlight. Still very bright out there down the left field line in the corner, but Pat gets there in plenty of time. No problem with the sun. 2 down.
Chris Caffrey steps in here. 1 for 2 on the night as well. He has got a runner at second base, and Alan Maccabi, who ground rule double, drove in the tying run here in the 6th inning. 2-2 the score. That first pitch is a strike, and it's 0-1. Was there's something going on? Bolton, the ump out there, Bolton is calling time and now pointing over to the sideline, and but they're going to continue play here. No balls and 1 strike now. McDonald steps onto the rubber. I have no idea what all that disturbance was about. Very lazy flag in the center field, but kind of blowing somewhat towards left field. The pitch from McDonald, the swung ground to the right side. Valera takes 3 hops, scoops it up in his belt, throws to first for the out, and the Diamonds get out of the 6th inning, but they give up a run, and the ball game has been tied. We're going to the bottom of the 6th with the score: Pittsburg 2 and Martinez 2.
All right, it's hula hoop time. Let's see who can keep that ring up.
Little J's. The handcrafted burgers are sensational. The generous sandwiches are delicious. The hand-carved tri-tip is the best in town. Getting hungry? You probably already know where to go to find these food treasures. Little J's in Pittsburgh. Since 2003, Little J's has been rewarding those smart enough to stop in for a meal. They can also cater your next event. On Loveridge Road, it's Little J's Restaurant. Oh, sure, you'll ask for advice if you want some, but usually you know exactly how you want your business publications and handouts to look. That's where Paper Tiger Ready Print comes in. It is their mission to help you achieve your business goals, and that starts by listening to what you want and making it happen. At Paper Tiger Ready Print, they believe there is no greater satisfaction than delivering a finished product that helps a client reach their goals and objectives. Give them a try. You won't be disappointed. Paper Tiger Ready Print at 182 East Leland Road in Pittsburgh or readyprint.com.
Libraries are community centers, and truly the community comes and uses them. They're here for anybody who walks in the door. It's important for people to have a connection to their community because it makes you feel like you belong. Mechanics Bank really values their relationship. They actively reach out with an open hand to nonprofits. Mechanics Bank doesn't just show up and say that they're going to do something. They actually follow through. They're not just a partner in name, they're a partner in person. My name's Kristen Anderson. I'm the Executive Director of the Walnut Creek Library Foundation, and I'm a mechanic.
Just fun to watch, isn't it, folks?
We're back now for the hula hoop competition, and it has been actually one of the funnier ones that we've seen. The two smallest guys. There we go. But the girl is going to win. She just has been nonstop. But the other guys have been giving it their all. She's kind of slow, even tempo, and the rest of them are very aggressive. You don't always see kids running around here in Dodger outfits.
They're well adorned, too. Shirts and hats.
We're going here to the bottom of the 6th inning. The Diamonds are now tied 2-2, and they're trying to get a sweep here of the Clippers. They need to get some momentum as they head into 2 games against Sonoma and then 2 against San Rafael. And this is an opportunity to do that at home against Martinez, the last place team, who has given them kind of fits and starts all season long so far. Morgan Blatnick steps up here, and he takes the first pitch for a ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes, followed by Joel Carranza and then Rafael Valera here in the bottom of the 6th. Bravo on the mound for the Clippers, gone the whole game. His pitch is high and outside for a ball. It's 2-0. The Diamonds have had Alex Leach throwing out there. Don't have any idea whether they would not want McDonald to come out for the 7th inning. We'll find that in due time. But here's Blatnick with a 2-0 count, and he takes that pitch for ball 3. It's 3-0. There's no one throwing in the bullpen for the Clippers.
No, Bravo's looked good today. Been a reliever all year, but getting his first start, no problems.
That pitch very high for a ball, and it's 4 straight pitches. Morgan Blatnick is on at first base. He is 3 for 3 as far as on-base percentage is concerned today.
Yeah, 2 more walks for Morgan, plus that RBI base hit. So Another fine night for him.
Joel Carranza will come to the plate, and these two paired up for a 2-run home run in the third inning when Blatnick had a single, and then Carranza hit the ball over the fence. Carranza's 2 for 2 on the day, and Blatnick is on at first with nobody out. Bravo looks over his shoulder. This pitch to Carranza, a strike. It's 0-1. The Diamonds and the Clippers are tied now at 2. Diamonds with 2 runs in the third, and the Clippers with a run in the fourth and a run in the sixth.
I thought that last fastball, I thought they were giving a little extra room off the corner.
That ball's inside for a ball, 1-1. I think so, too. There was all of a sudden expanded strike zone.
See that Bravo went right back to the inside after he got the call on the outside. Went to the inside corner and just missed.
Bravo from the stretch. Perfectly still now to the plate. That's a ball, and it is 2 balls and 1 strike to Joel Carranza, and in 7 pitches, he's had 6 balls in this inning. Phil Richmond is up and throwing for Martinez in the bullpen.
A couple of those didn't miss by much, and I thought they were pretty good pitches just off the corners.
This pitch is a strike, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Carranza.
Like, I'm not going to throw the ball right down the middle. I am going to work the corners right now, and he's working them pretty well, getting a couple of strikes, and then with the others, didn't miss by a whole bunch.
2-2 count. The 2-2 pitch is swung on, and this ball is looped to right side, and in comes the right fielder. He won't be able to get it, and it's going to be a base hit for Carranza. It will not, it didn't bounce off the wall. It wasn't a line drive, but it is a hit. And he is on at first base, his 3rd hit of the game. And the Diamonds have runners at first and second with nobody out.
It looked like he didn't get that one barreled up. Maybe got that one off the label, off that skinnier part of the bat, but still able to muscle it over Caffrey's head at second base. And you saw Blatnick look like he wanted to make that turn and head to third base, but Decker was already on the baseball.
So the Clippers catcher, Grasso, using the Bracamonte method, coming out and putting his arm around his pitcher, saying, listen, buddy, we can do this. And Grasso now he's looking into the bullpen, the dugout, getting some kind of direction, and he's making some kind of call there to the defense.
Might be thinking about a bunt, maybe how they're going to play this with 2 on and nobody out. I wouldn't be thinking that Rafi would be bunting, the cleanup hitter, but not a typical cleanup hitter is Valera.
First and second with nobody out. The first pitch to Valera, swinging away, and he lines this one to the left side, and it's going to go into left field for a base hit. Rounding third is Blatnick. Coming to the plate. Here comes the throw. It will not go to the plate. Blatnick will score. The Diamonds lead it 3-2.
Boy, able to muscle that one right up into left field. Clean base hit. Blatnick had that play in front of him. He could see the whole way that one wasn't going to be caught. He scores easily, and just like that, the Diamonds reclaim the lead.
Gabriel Bracamonte will come to the plate here. The Diamonds have it teed up for what could be a big inning. They have now evened the hit score with 8 hits apiece for the Diamonds and the Clippers. But the Diamonds lead where it counts, and that's 3-2 in favor of Pittsburgh right now. Nobody out, and here comes the Clippers pitching coach or manager to talk to Bravo, and let's see if they decide to bring in Phil Richmond.
I mean, you look at his pitching log, and it's just all 1 inning, 1 1/3, and you've really got, I think, more out of him than you could have expected from Drew Bravo, given his role, what it has been all year, and that will be it. And they will make a pitching change, and here comes Phil Richmond into the game for the Clips.
I thought Phil Richmond was going to throw his glove down in anger. He was just doing an extra warm-up
toss.
How dare you put me in this game? The Diamonds have runners at first and second, a run in here in the bottom of the 6th. It is 3-2 in favor of Pittsburgh. They are trying to sweep this series and get this second half of the season off to a 2-0 start. Unfortunately, if you're going to have a 2-0 start, the second half of the season doesn't mean what it has meant in the past, and that is a fresh start for everybody.
No.
It just means we're going into the second half of the 80 games that are going to be played. But it is a moment that you stop and kind of take a look around and say, how are we doing and what do we need to do and to change and where are we going, et cetera. And coming out of this halfway point, 2-0 would be a good start for the Diamonds.
Certainly would be, but fresh start you're talking about it. No, and I think for, say, a team like Martinez who could have been in that situation, you got to say that you kind of hold your nose and go, oh, well, we'll just trying to improve and find our way. And, they're going to make a lot of changes. They're going to go through their growing pains. I mean, it wasn't like you were expecting them to win more than half their games this year or anything like that. So
but part of the situation for Martinez that is odd is that Napa has played so well, and they have Napa's exceeded expectations, and so that puts a certain kind of light on Martinez's season so far. But I think Martinez is having more of the season you expect from an expansion team. And speaking of these other teams, what are they doing tonight? The Silverados are beating San Rafael 6-2 in the top of the sixth. They beat the Pacifics last night, and Vallejo and Sonoma are going back and forth. It's the bottom of the sixth there, and Vallejo is leading Sonoma 4-3 at the moment. Here, the Diamonds have just taken a 3-2 lead. Phil Richmond is on the mound. He is making his 17th appearance of the year, 16 2/3 innings pitched. He has 16 walks and 20 strikeouts in that time. 2-1 is his record. His ERA is 4.32. He's got big, tall blue socks on and his monochromatic, to break the monochromatic uniform. With their gray uniforms, their gray caps. 3-2 Diamonds here, and Gabriel Bracamonte is up here with nobody out. Runners at first and second. Carranza is on at second. Valera is on at first. Bracamonte, this pitch, a strike. It's 0-1. Bracamonte is 1 for 2 on the day.
Of course, extended that hitting streak to 13 earlier with a base hit. He just keeps on rolling.
This pitch is swung on and is hit to left center field, and it's going to be down for a base hit. Going to third and holding is Carranza, and so the bases will be loaded for the Diamonds here as Patrick O'Donnell will come to the plate. A looping line drive to left center field, and that meant Carter thought he might have a play, but he kind of played it short. And now the Diamonds have runners at every base. Patrick O'Donnell at the plate. O'Donnell today has grounded out and has reached on the fielder's choice.
Diamonds got things set up, bases loaded, 1 run already in.
That pitch is low for a ball. It's 1-0, and this is that kind of inning where the big hit is what is needed, although the Diamonds now have 3 straight hits in this inning. It started with a walk to Blatnick, and then Carranza, Valera, and Bracamonte have all singled. Phil Richmond, second pitcher of the night for the Clippers, comes to the plate. And that pitch is swung on and lifted to the right side. Racing over to foul ground is Decker, and he's coming to not make the catch. In the bullpen, I think that ball went over the fence, but that was exactly the area where Ron Adams had to move the chairs. And although that type of play, you usually see the players leaping up, grabbing their chairs, running out of the way.
They're not going to give the opposing right field much help other than that. I'll slowly get out of the way, but
the 1-1 pitch here, and that's one ground ball right side, base hit in right field. Carranza will come to score, and here comes Valera motoring his way to the plate. He will score, and it is now 5-2 in favor of the Pittsburgh Diamonds.
Boy, just going the other way perfectly with that big hole over there on the right side. And boy, spraying that ball right through. That you talk about just hitting a pitch where it's thrown. That's exactly what happened right there. The Diamonds pick up 2 RBIs, and now they put a little room in between themselves and the Clippers. And already a 3-run inning here, Scott, and there's still nobody out.
4 singles in a row following a walk to start the inning. Runners at first and second, nobody out. Wes Wallace now to the plate. The pitch from Richmond is swung on a miss for a strike, and it's 0-1.
And with that, you can close the book on Drew Bravo, 5+. And all those runs are his responsibility. The last two that scored were both his.
The pitch from Richmond is high for ball. It's 1-1 strike. Down at second base is Gabriel Bracamonte. At first base is Patrick O'Donnell with his opposite field ground ball base hit that drove in 2 and made it 5-2 here. Diamonds now have 10 hits. Here's a pitch from Richmond. It's outside, swung on a miss by Wes Wallace, and the count is 2. No, it can't be. It's 1-2 strikes, I believe. Wallace steps back in here. Richmond looks back at Bracamonte, comes to the plate, 1-2. The pitch is high and inside for a ball. It's 2-2.
So Richmond has come in here inheriting a couple of runners, a tough situation. And the Diamonds, well, they haven't made things very comfortable for them. Picking up a couple of more base hits.
This pitch is swung on and missed at the plate. That's strike 3. And with a runner at first base, and since the ball was dropped by the catcher, Dillon has to throw down there because there will be no availability of first base.
And getting 2 strikes, and Wes Wallace, boy, really chased one way out of the strike zone that time. Bravo didn't even come close to throwing the strike, and unfortunately for Wes, he could not hold up at one way outside and in the dirt.
Ryan Lashley now steps in here with runners at first and second. The pitch is grounded to the right side. Second baseman Caffrey up with it. He'll throw to first for the second out of the inning as the runners advance, and Lashley moves them up to second and third as ground ball to second base.
Not hit hard enough to get through that right side there by Lashley. Runners do move up, and now a chance for Garcia to pick up 2 RBIs here with a base hit for the Diamonds to really break it open.
Phil Richmond bottling that rosin bag like he was juggling it. He's now set to go, leaning in on the mound with Garcia at the plate and runners at second and third and 2 outs. And the pitch to Garcia is swung and he lifts it high to the right side. Grasso comes over and watches it go out of play, and the count is 0-1.
Jose Garcia hit the ball very hard his last time for a base hit into left field. It was a very sharp line drive. And then Brett Smith came up with a line drive. It ended up being a throw behind the runner double play.
Bracamonte at third. At second base is O'Donnell. The pitch is a strike, and it's 0-2 now on Garcia. Diamonds with 4 straight singles in this inning after an opening walk to Blatnick. Strikeout to Wallace. Ground out to second base for Lashley. Here's the pitch to Garcia. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So the Diamonds go down here in the bottom of the 6th inning, but they pick up 3 runs, 4 hits in the inning, and they go to the 7th with the lead. The score, Pittsburg 5 and Martinez 2. Nick Sandwiches. Want to tailgate in City Park before the next Diamonds home game? Nick Sandwiches is a great place to start. Everything you need for a big crew of hungry fans, or a tasty lunch on the Delta, or a quick grab of coffee and a bite to eat on the way to work. Nick Sandwiches is in Old Town Pittsburg on Railroad Avenue across from the marina. Eating at the Diamonds' favorite deli is as satisfying as a 3-run homer. Start your pregame warm-up at Nick Sandwiches, 315 Railroad Avenue in Old Town. The 90 feet between third base and home plate is some of the most important real estate in sports. That's why a coach is located there to help runners navigate the valuable turf. There is help for you, too, when you need to navigate real estate issues. Kroski Real Estate in Pittsburgh has been building strong communities since 1946. The family-owned and operated business is an expert on commercial property management, real estate sales, and residential property management. Kroski Real Estate is on Railroad Avenue in Old Town, Pittsburgh. When you are making the turn for home, get the help you need from Kroski Real Estate. The Diamonds have finally broken through here and put a little breathing space between them and the Martinez Clippers with a 5-2 lead as we go to the 7th inning. Corey McDonald back out to see what he can do about heading this one towards home. And also heading towards home is the voice of the Diamonds, Tony Schultz.
Okay, Scotty, thank you very much. Bottom part of the order here for the Clips. They find themselves trailing now by 3. Vic Grasso, the catcher, the number 9 hitter. Then back to the top of the order for Pedro Barrios and Jimmy Lunardelli. So the 9, 1, and 2 hitters to face Corey McDonald, who's now been staked to a 3-run lead. And the Diamonds leaving 2 in that last half inning after scoring 3. And it really puts a lot of space between them and the Clips. But as it is a nice 3-run lead here for the Diamonds. They lead at 5-2. Top half of the 7th inning. And for Grasso, a base hit, and he bounced into a 6-3 double play. Right-handed batter waits, and the pitch to him is low for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. Phil Richmond came on after Valera picked up the RBI base hit. He inherited a couple of runners. They both scored. And the Diamonds picked up a couple of hits off him. Here's one hopping over towards second. Garcia behind the bag has got it, throws him out, and 1 up and 1 down as Grasso bounces out 6-3. And here's Pedro Barrios, the shortstop, and the leadoff hitter as they turn the lineup over again. So here is that dreaded 3rd time through the lineup for a starting pitcher, which just the way that it works in baseball now, where a lot of managers and coaches are just not letting that starting pitcher go 3 times through the order. Here's the pitch swing, and this ball hit into right field and fairly deep. Smith back. He's there now, makes the catch, and quickly 2 up and 2 down here in the inning. And here's Jimmy Lunardelli. And Lunardelli bounced into a 6-4-3 double play his last time. So nobody aboard and 2 down as Barrios flies out to right. And Will Decker grabbed that bat there, and I guess he gave Barrios or Lunardelli another bat. There's a good look at Jimmy. Trying to see if the Clips can make some 2-out noise. And the Clips coming in with a run in their last inning. Here's the pitch that's in there. And they had tied the score at 2, but the Diamonds answered with a 3 spot and then left 2 in their last half inning. Here's a big kangaroo hop. Nice play by Jose Garcia to throw him out, and a very easy 1-2-3 inning for Corey McDonald here in the top of the 7th inning. 7th inning stretch time here from Pittsburgh. It's the Diamonds 5 and the Clippers 2.
For our 7th inning stretch, please join me.
Anytime we have a conversation with Mechanics Paint, we know that we're in the same business. Our business is customer service, integrity, loyalty, friendship. Mechanics clearly establishes a high level of tradition, honesty, integrity that comes through in all their transactions. I trust them with everything. I know that they're there for us. My name is Paul Irwin. I'm a mechanic.
In baseball, dedication, hard work, and some creative thinking can make a team a champion. At Winter Chevrolet, the same qualities can make you the champion. Pittsburgh's new and used Chevrolet dealer has the car that will make you feel like you just hit a home run. With a large selection to choose from, Winter Chevrolet is sure to have the car that fits your personality, and their amazing finance programs will allow you to slide into your new car safely. Winter Chevrolet, a proud sponsor of Diamonds Baseball, is off of Highway 4 in Pittsburgh. Winter has what you want.
And we are back for the home half of the 7th inning stretch time here from Pittsburgh's Winter Chevrolet Stadium. And so far, so good for the Diamonds. They lead it 5-2. Both teams have had plenty of chances here, Scott. Double plays have played a part. Good pitching. Things kind of turned sour for Drew Bravo a little bit late, and then when Phil Richmond came in, inheriting 2 runners, he allowed both of them to score. So all of a sudden the line on Bravo, 5 plus 5 runs, 8 hits. Richmond coming in for him, but Corey McDonald, well, this is exactly what the Diamonds have been looking for all season long in the 2018 campaign from their big right-hander.
If Corey McDonald has gotten stronger as he has in other games, he just did not give up. He was flirting with danger, but he did not give up the runs early in the game, and now he is benefiting from that. And Drew Bravo, you talked about it.
Pitch to Smith, taken for a ball.
Who would expect a reliever to go that long, especially when you said he has pitched like an inning at a time this season. But he's just stayed in a little bit too long, and that might have been something you could foresee.
The 0-1 pitch is inside for a ball, 1-1. That's what we talked about at the top of the show, and he was kind of cruising right along, and then big hiccup in the 6th. Diamonds take advantage. They have the lead, a chance to sweep this 2-game series. Smith reaches out, punches this one foul, and that'll get out of play. Count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Smith, Blatnick, Joel Carranza here in the bottom of the 7th.
He'll take a win any way you can get it. And last night's win, they basically benefited from errors by Martinez, and they capitalized on them. They could be proud of that. Tonight, they made their own success, and that's a more satisfying victory, but it's still just 1 W. It's not over yet.
The 1-2 pitch, breaking ball, swung on it, missed, strike 3. So Smith fooled by that breaking ball that had some nice bite to it, coming in and then going down. Smith strikes out, and 0 for 4 for Breton. I don't see that very much. And here comes Morgan Blatnick, 1 for 1 officially, but 2 walks, RBI, and a run scored. And that's kind of some of those lines we're just getting kind of used to seeing from Morgan Blatnick, and the left-handed batter takes a strike, and the count 0-1.
Everybody else is having themselves a good night, literally, except for Lashley in his debut as a Diamond, but everybody else has at least 1 hit. And
that pitch is in there for a strike, 0-2. Lights are on. It's sunset here at in Pittsburgh, and then there's the picture from BayAreaSports.tv. Always looks a little darker there, like it's a little bit later in the evening. The 0-2 pitch swung on it, missed, strike 3, and then Morgan just wants to make sure that was in the strike zone. Home plate umpire Ron Adams says yes, it was, and Morgan is out number 2. Go back-to-back strikeouts here in this inning for Phil Richmond, who struck out Jose Garcia to finish the previous inning. So Richmond, even though treated a bit rudely, allowing both those inherited runners to score, but he struck out 3 in a row and 4 since coming in. Here's the pitch that hops up there. Count 1 ball and no strikes.
Well, Carranza was a slow starter, but he has certainly come back, and he has been every bit the player you expected him to be, or you were hoping he would be when he was picked up by the Diamonds this year.
Fouled it away.
The Carranza you remember playing for Sonoma and coming through with big hits. And what you don't know until someone is you're around every day is what a kind of a good teammate he is, and he keeps the team lively.
Big swing and a miss there, and the count goes 1 ball and 2 strikes. Of course, a big 2-out, 2-run home run by Carranza this evening, following a Morgan Blatnick base hit to keep the inning alive, and then Carranza goes yard. That was the first 2 runs of the ball game. Certainly the Diamonds would not mind to see more power from Joel, but like we said earlier, Scott and I were talking about it, the Diamonds still scoring over 6 runs a game, and here we got some more innings, and they've got 5 already here. This one bounces up there, and the count goes 2 balls, and now 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Grosso using his chest to keep that ball from going to the backstop, but there's nobody on base, so maybe his chest could have gotten.
Just good reaction. Payoff pitch up high for a ball, and there's a 2-out walk by Carranza, and Rafael Valera will get a chance to hit here in the inning. And we told you about his good numbers for Valera, and an RBI base hit in the middle of that 3-run sixth for him. So he was part of the party that it's given the Diamonds a 3-run lead. And you look at some of the stats on him. Starting June the 14th, he's hit safely in 21 of 24 games. And during that span, he's got 2 4-hit games for Rafael. Here's the pitch up high for a ball, count 1-0. Had a 4-hit game June the 2nd versus Sonoma, and a 4-hit game July the 3rd up in the wine country against the Silverados. 1-0 to the right-handed batter, and it's way up high, 2 balls and no strikes. That's got to feel good when you come up there with a 4-hit ball game. You're going to feel like, I'll never make it out again. Sometimes the game looks so easy, and other times they can just make it look so difficult. Swing, and this one lifted in the air to right. Decker coming over, reaches up, makes the catch, and the inning's over. But a good inning for Phil Richmond. He does allow the 2-out walk to Carranza, but nothing after that. And we've played 7 full from Pittsburg. Diamonds 5, Clippers 2.
Are you looking for a community-based establishment that will provide a fun and exciting environment for your family? Certainly
In baseball, dedication, hard work, and some creative thinking can make a team a champion. At Winter Chevrolet, the same qualities can make you the champion. Pittsburgh's new and used Chevrolet dealer has the car that will make you feel like you just hit a home run. With a large selection to choose from, Winter Chevrolet is sure to have the car that fits your personality. And their amazing finance programs will allow you to slide into your new car safely. Winter Chevrolet, a proud sponsor of Diamonds Baseball, is off of Highway 4 in Pittsburgh. Winter has what you want. Are you looking for a community-based establishment that will provide a fun and exciting environment for your family? Certainly Diamonds Baseball is one, and no doubt Lumpy's Diner is another. Before or after the game, eating at Lumpy's Diner or Lumpy's Diner Express can make for a great doubleheader. And if you want to win a road game, LD's Catering will make your event a hit no matter the location. Lumpy's Diner is a homegrown sensation, world famous since 2008. Bring your family to ours.
All right, another inning here for Corey McDonald. Things looking really good right now for the Diamonds. They lead it 5-3. As we head on to the top of the 8th inning, Decker, Barfield, Nathan Etheridge. Should anybody reach, we'd see the third baseman, Alan Maccabee. Diamonds lead it by 3, and for Corey, through 7 innings, he's just allowed so far the 2 runs. He has given up 8 hits. There's been some traffic, but he's also induced some double plays. So that has helped keep things clean. It's putting up a lot of zeros here tonight, and the Diamonds very happy with their right-hander's performance. And now let's see if they can take it the rest of the way. The Clips trail by 3. 6 outs left for Martinez.
Alex Leach down, continuing to throw the bullpen. If he's not warm now, he will never get warm. Sean Johnson, who pitched the 9th inning last night, is also up and doing some kind of exercises. I don't know if he's getting ready to warm up himself or not, but
that's 7th inning, a 1-2-3
there's Sean there, number 17, and that's Leach on the mound doing his warm-ups.
In fact, 2 out of the last 3 innings, 1-2-3 innings from Corey McDonald. Hasn't struck anybody out yet. Here's the pitch, swing. This one lifted in the air to center. Routine for Wallows, who drifts over into left center, reaches up and makes the catch. And on one pitch, Will Decker is out number 1 as he flies out to center field.
And not what you want to do if you think you want to get rid of the guy who's pitching, swinging at the first pitch and getting out, but if you think it's a pitch to hit, you got to swing at it.
And Corey McDonald has put out the last 6 hitters in a row that he's faced, and 7 out of his last 8. So Corey getting late in the ball game here. Scotty is getting better. Here's the pitch. That one bounces up there to Jacob Barfield.
Last night, Travis Blackley went 8 innings and then finally gave way for the 9th to Johnson. Now McDonald is here in inning number 8 and looking good.
The Diamond's starting pitching the last couple nights. Big part of their arsenal. 1-0 pitch is up high, and they count 2 balls and no strikes.
It's the bottom of the 7th in Napa. The Silverados leading the San Rafael Pacific 6-2. And in the top of the 7th in Sonoma, it is the Stoppers 5 and Vallejo 4.
2-0 pitch inside for a ball. And not seeing any of those wild 13-10 scores here tonight. Very much like more what you'd call regular baseball scores. But almost every night in the major leagues, you see it. Somebody's scoring 14 or 15. Here's the pitch. In there, a strike. And the count goes 3-2.
Barfield has been dancing around the plate there, partially because last time he was hit by the pitch. This time he was almost hit by a pitch. But that time he did a little jump step, and he thought that he had walked, and he was called back to the plate with a strike.
3-1 pitch to Barfield, and that one high and inside, so he is aboard with a walk. Jacob hit by a pitch, a walk, and a base hit, so he's been a tough out here again. So he's aboard at first with 1 out. And here comes Nathan Etheridge.
Hey, Joe!
And the Diamond's getting ready there in the bullpen. I wonder that time of the game here, Scott, to start thinking along with the manager and when do you make the move? If in fact you have to. Diamond's looking for yet another double play ball. Here's the pitch. Inside 1-0.
I think, with all the combination of factors, it's late in the game, and you're going to have fatigue, and you're going to bring in a fresh arm. That's a good argument for making the change. But I would have, if I was managing, I'd have a very fast hook.
But then what else plays into that is who's down there and who's been hot and who hasn't.
Well, that's true, but the Diamonds have one reliever who's pitched 1 inning right now after a day off. So they got everybody down there at their disposal. Cam Hatch has looked great. Barnesi has looked okay. He's been hot and cold. And Leach's done all right. So I mean, they've got arms down there, and just people are going to get tired. It's I don't know how many pitches. We don't have a pitch count here, but
going on the 1-0 is high. 2-0. The Clips have hit into 2 double plays. Grasso in a 6-3 double play in the 4th. Lunar Deli 6-4-3. That was in the 5th. So McDonald the beneficiary there. The 2-0, and this one is on the outside corner of strike. There's an old story about Tommy Lasorda in a couple of those years when the Dodgers weren't doing too good and the bullpen were struggling, and they said to him, "Tommy, why did you stay with the starter so long?" And he looks at him and he says, "Who do you want me to go to?" 2-1 pitch, swung on liner. Oh. That's going to be into base hit into right center field, just over the outstretched glove of Valera. And now the potential tying run in the form of Nathan Etheridge going to come up here for the Clips. So Decker, a fly to center. Barfield, the 4-pitch walk. And Etheridge didn't hit that ball all that hard, but it did manage to get its way over Valera and into right center field for the base hit. And that will be all for Corey McDonald. He should get a nice hand here from the Pittsburgh fans.
Yeah, it's a weird thing about pitching is even when you have a great performance, he's had a great game. He had to work his way out of a lot of tough spots, but he did that. And so you've done a great job, but you come out and it's a lousy situation so often. It's nice when you got knowledgeable baseball fans to know what the situation is. And he did an outstanding job here going to the 8th inning with the score 5-2 in favor of the Diamonds. And now Alex Leach will come on to see if he can close this thing down here for Pittsburgh.
So Leach will come in. He'll inherit 2 runners with just 1 out. So this is one of those situations for a reliever where it's doubly tough. Not only did it come on and you got to hold the lead for your team, but you don't come into that clean inning. And you already come in with traffic. And so as soon as he gets a batter up there, which will be Alan Maccabee, the third baseman, the potential tying run already coming to the plate. So not a lot of margin for error as we take a look at that split screen here on Bay Area Sports TV. And we thank you for joining us on either Bay Area Sports TV or Mixler.com. Diamonds going out on the road after this. And Scott said earlier, just trying to get some momentum here. And see that San Rafael is losing again, even though Diamonds trail by a dozen. They would like to pick up some ground on first place. Unfortunately for them, Napa's doing the winning against the San Rafael Pacifics, and Napa's the team the Diamonds are trying to shake. San Rafael's the team the Diamonds are trying to catch.
That's a happy infield out there behind Leach. The four have been joking and laughing their way through all these warm-ups. Not about Leach, but whatever. I don't know what they're talking about, but they sure think it's funny. Now you go back to their positions, and you're right, 6-2, Napa over San Rafael. It is the top of the 8th there, and it is the bottom of the 7th with the Stompers 5, Admirals 4.
So here comes Leach.
Leach has pitched his 11th appearance of the year, 17 2/3 innings, 10 walks, 26 strikeouts in 17 2/3 innings. He doesn't have a win or a loss, but his ERA is 3.06.
Just outstanding.
Yes.
That is a sparkling ERA. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Goes fastball first pitch. Throws it right by Maccabee. Maccabee, a ground rule double. Hit that one off the batter's eye. And that drove in a run.
There's some issue. He's going back to get, I don't know if he needs I don't think it's his bat. I don't know if it's a batting glove. I don't know what's going on. He had something.
Seems to be talking to somebody in the dugout.
That's the on-deck hitter, who I think it's the on-deck hitter who's taking up his case, saying, "What did they bring out?"
Did he grab a new bat or just some pine tar or something off the bat to give himself a better grip?
Was that I guess it was all about pine tar.
Flipping around those fingers as if that grip wasn't good enough, and
well,
you get the batting gloves going. But
of course, you got to be comfortable. But that was
hard enough to hit without it, but now he appears to be ready.
Waiting for some great revelation at the end of all that.
Couple of hits in the ball game for Maccabee. Talked about the 1 in the 6th. Also a base hit leading off the 2nd. And the 0-1 to him is just off the inside part of the plate. Count 1 ball and 1 strike. Diamonds 5, Clippers 2. 19 hits so far in the ball game, 10 for Pittsburgh. So Leach trying to put out the fire here. 1-1 pitch, swung on, big hopper to third. Blatnick to second, over to first. A Diamonds double play. No, they're going to say safe at first.
I want to see the replay on this one.
Boy, I thought that was a double play all the way. Take another look. There's the relay. No, good call. I think he's safe. Here comes the replay and the relay. And it does look like he beat it. So good hustle by Maccabee. Leach gets that all-important second out as the middle runner is eliminated on the 5-4 fielder's choice. But the Clips now still bring the tying run to the plate. Here's Devin Carter. And they've got him cornered here with 2 outs. And the pitch, and this one way up high and up and over the head of Devin Carter. And reaching out, up out of his crouch and reaching over there to get it before it goes to the backstop was Bracamonte.
That's a long way to go when you're crouched down at the plate, and you have to come up and get the ball high above the head of the batter.
for Carter. He popped to second, picked up a single, and then flew out to left field. He's 1 for 3. Right-handed batter waits, and Leach, late kick, pitch, popped up on the infield, short into left center. Here comes Smith. Here comes the left fielder O'Donnell to take it for the out. And Alex Leach, a nice job out of the bullpen. The Clippers leave 2. And at the end of 7.5, it's still 5-2 in favor of the Diamonds.
Get in there. Come on, get in there. Go.
Hampton by Hilton. Road trips can be grueling, which is why baseball teams are happy to split their road games. But there's one way to guarantee a win on the road. That's by staying at Hampton Inn by Hilton. Fresh, up-to-date accommodations include a hearty cooked breakfast to get you off to a good start on the day. Known for low-end prices and high-end service, a stay at Hampton Inn by Hilton means you can earn points in the valuable Hilton Honors Program. You can find a Hampton Inn by Hilton in Pittsburg and Brentwood. One example of teamwork is a smoothly executed double play memorialized in the famous baseball poem, Tinkers to Evers to Chance. Another example of great teamwork is the Pittsburg Chamber of Commerce. MyPittsburghChamber.org brings together the many and varied businesses that make up the local economy and forges them into a community force that is focused on economic development, advocacy, partnerships, and workforce development. The Pittsburgh Chamber is making a difference. Even if your business doesn't leave you the time to get personally involved, your membership contribution will advance the cause. Visit mypittsburghchamber.org today. Oh, sure, you'll ask for advice if you want some, but usually you know exactly how you want your business publications and handouts to look. That's where Paper Tiger Ready Print comes in. It is their mission to help you achieve your business goals, and that starts by listening to what you want and making it happen. At Paper Tiger Ready Print, they believe there is no greater satisfaction than delivering a finished product that helps a client reach their goals and objectives. Give them a try. You won't be disappointed. Paper Tiger Ready Print at 182 East Leland Road in Pittsburgh or readyprint.com.
So as we go to the bottom of the 8th, it'll be Gabriel Bracamonte, Pat O'Donnell, and Wes Wallace to face Phil Richmond. And how about the job by Alex Leach coming in, picking up for Corey McDonald, who had a fine evening. And Leach inheriting 2 runners, coming into a situation with 1 out. And facing Alan Maccabee, who was representing the tying run. Able to get Maccabee on the 5-4 fielder's choice. Able to get Devin Carter to fly out and strand those 2 runners and keep the lead at 5-2. So a nice job by Corey McDonald, who finishes with 7 1/3, 9 hits, and 2 runs. Great start for him. And so far, good bullpen work from the Diamonds. First pitch to Bracamonte, ball 1.
Never enough runs, never enough of a lead. So, you know, the Diamonds would love to pick up another run or 2 or 10.
Pitch to Bracamonte, big swing and a miss. As Richmond back out there for another inning of work. Richmond came in that 6th inning, allowed both of his inherited runners to score. And the Diamonds able to extend that lead to 5-2, and Bracamonte fires this one back and out of play, and they count 1 ball and 2 strikes to Gabriel. Pat O'Donnell waiting on deck. 5-10-0 for the Diamonds, 2-9-0 for the Clips. Another very good ball game between these 2 clubs. And the pitch to Bracamonte, up high, ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So far for Brock tonight, grounded out to the shortstop in the 2nd, base hit in the 4th, and then a base hit in that 3-run 6th inning. Pitch swung on, fouled off down the right side. That'll get out of play, and the count remains at 2-2. Diamonds with the bullpen going. It looks like they will have a new pitcher for the bottom of the 9th.
Sean Johnson up and throwing, and Grayson Weber up and throwing for Martinez.
Both those guys got into the game yesterday. And the pitch to Bracamonte outside for a ball. Talked about some of those guys for San Rafael, and you wonder if they'll be on the move. Max Beatty pitching so well. Spent the last couple of seasons in the White Sox organization. And another guy that got way up on the food chain, Scott, as Bracamonte takes ball 4, and he'll hit on down to first base with a leadoff walk. Here comes Pat O'Donnell. Max got to AAA Charlotte the last couple of years. And this year, 67 innings pitched already. I thought that seemed a bit high. He's been pitching a lot, but ERA at 3.47. And the guy, Scott, with 55 strikeouts and 8 walks. You got to figure that somebody's going to want them on their team. That pitch is way outside, and the count goes 1-0 on Pat O'Donnell. Koenig and Baez also starting pitchers with great ERAs. Not nearly the amount of innings that Max has had, but their ERAs are even better than Max's 3.47. Here is the pitch in there for a strike. So I'm just thinking to myself, well, somebody in the higher levels are going to say, I want him. And
pick up the phone.
Pitching is going to get better, and the Diamonds are going to make a run at San Rafael. Just a thought. The 1-1 pitch, swing, and this one over to first, caught by the first baseman Etheridge, and he'll step on the bag and double up Bracamonte, and quickly 2 down. So we have had a lot of double plays, Scott, and they're not all the traditional double plays, and we see another one right here.
You can see that Bracamonte had no chance. Just a line of right at the first baseman, and Bracamonte is off first base, and just no chance at all. The first baseman catches it, he's right at the bag.
Quickly 2 down here in the inning, and that'll bring up Wes Wallace. Pitch to Wes, big swing and a miss, and he's down in the count, 0-1. So we talked about the Clips having beaten the Diamonds 3 times, so they've had some trouble with this young team. There's a pitch outside, the count 1-1. And versus the other newbie, Pitt's 6-3 against Napa. And the next one, and that pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. But, well, Napa just simply doesn't look as much like a expansion team. They've really put together a lot more wins, and they are going toe-to-toe right now with Pittsburgh. The 1-2 pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. Wallace out on strikes. The inning is over. Richmond gives up the walk, but the double play allows him to face just the minimum here in the 8th. Now we go to the top of the 9th. Diamonds trying to pick up the win. They lead it 5-2.
Little J's. The handcrafted burgers are sensational. The generous sandwiches are delicious. The hand-carved tri-tip is the best in town. Getting hungry? You probably already know where to go to find these food treasures. Little J's in Pittsburgh. Since 2003, Little J's has been rewarding those smart enough to stop in for a meal. They can also cater your next event. On Loveridge Road, it's Little J's Restaurant. One example of teamwork is a smoothly executed double play memorialized in the famous baseball poem, Tinkers to Evers to Chance. Another example of great teamwork is the Pittsburgh Chamber of Commerce. MyPittsburghChamber.org brings together the many and varied businesses that make up the local economy and forges them into a community force that is focused on economic development, advocacy, partnerships, and workforce development. The Pittsburgh Chamber is making a difference. Even if your business doesn't leave you the time to get personally involved, your membership contribution will advance the cause. Visit MyPittsburghChamber.org today.
All right, back here for the top of the ninth. Last chance here for the Clips. Caffrey, Grosso, and then back to the top of the order for Pedro Barrios. So both starting pitching doing well. Corey McDonald very well. Drew Bravo in the sense that they had a reliever come in, and he was able to extend past the fifth inning as he went 5+, but left with a couple of runners aboard, and Phil Richmond allowed both of them to score. So his line doesn't look very good, but I think all in all he pitched pretty well tonight for Martinez. But Corey McDonald, a great line, and then Alex Leach, 2/3 of an inning, no runs, and didn't allow either one of his inherited runners to score. And now Sean Johnson, who picked up the save last night, trying to do likewise again here tonight. Leading at 5-2. And the 8, 9, and 1 hitters to face him. First pitch just off the outside part of the plate. And the count 1-0. Napa 11, San Rafael 5 last night. Trying to get the Pacifics again tonight. That pitch is outside. And that's got to just be a nice feather in your cap if you're Napa. Not only are you staying in the playoff race, but able to treat the top team pretty rudely. Get a couple of victories over them, but still a ways to go in that game, right?
At bottom of the eighth.
Bottom of the eighth, getting late. There's a one that misses. The count goes 3 balls and no strikes to Caffrey. And for Chris, he does have a base hit tonight in 3 trips. Trying to get it started here for the Clippers. Need a couple of base runners to bring the tying run to the plate. 3-0 pitch. Fastball in there for a strike.
They've got to be frustrated knowing they had the tying run at the plate twice last inning, and they did not even score 1 run. So, sometimes that's the important thing. It's not the ninth, so get a run or 2 and make it easier for you in the future.
3-1, and that's going to be ball 4. So a leadoff walk to Caffrey, and that's the way the 9th inning starts. And also they had him cornered up in that first and second inning, like you said, Scott. And, you do a little more damage when you have chances earlier in the ball game. Makes things a whole lot easier later. But Corey McDonald up to the challenge tonight. So now we're going to have a pinch hitter for Pedro Barrios. So Barrios finishes with a walk and a bunt base hit. So overall, 1 for 3 for Pedro. And now he'll be lifted here for a left-handed batter. And Scott starts to scurry around, and it's going to be Shane Hughes, who got the start last night at third base and had his struggles there. Here's the pitch to Shane, breaking ball in there for a strike. And the count 0-1. So the Clippers elect to go lefty-righty here. Playing the percentages. Diamond's looking for the double play ball.
Hughes hitting .311, and you're right, last night he was a defensive disaster.
1 pitch, breaking ball that stays up high, and the count goes 1-1. So Napa scoring 11 last night against San Rafael, 6 more tonight. And Willie Salas had a big game, 3 for 4 for him, hitting .400. Napa does have some guys that can swing the bat, swinging a foul here. And the count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. 4 RBIs for Josh Montalongo last night. And 41 now for the season for Josh. And how about Javian Randall for San Rafael? He homered, scored a couple of times. And he's hitting over .400 for the season. The 1-2 pitch stays up high. And the count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. This late in the season, still hitting over .400. So,
yeah, he's a machine.
Congratulations to him. And anybody want to make a phone call? I'll pay the toll. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, way outside, and the ball just didn't break enough. Coming back toward home plate.
There's that example of Bracamonte
Wow.
saving things at home plate because there would be a runner at second at least. They're the top of the ninth now, and it's 6-2 Napa.
I mean, Scott, to still have enough spring in your legs to make a play like that after being in the crouch all night, that is rather remarkable. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, swing, and popped up. And fairly deep, but playable for O'Donnell ahead of the warning track. He takes it for out number 1. And the runner has to return to first base. So I'm sorry, that batter was actually hitting for Vic Grosso, the catcher. So Pedro Barrios will come up now. So that ends up being a fly ball to left field.
Well, if the Diamonds can get one more double play in this game, they'll be out of it.
Pedro Barrios up there now. Big important first out for Sean Johnson. The ball hit fairly deep, but that was several steps ahead of the warning track, but always does put a little bit of a scare into you when the ball travels that far. First pitch instead, a throw to first, and the runner back in, and Sean Johnson thinking about that double play that you just mentioned, Scott, trying to keep that runner close. The Diamonds can't pick up that double play ball and put another win into the win column. Here's the pitch, swinging a foul back, and that one's going to carry him off the post and right back to the pitcher, Sean Johnson.
Was that screech from Paula?
Or it was.
I thought it was from Pedro.
No balls and 1 strike. And Bravo and Richmond so far on the Clippers side. McDonald, Alex Leach, and now Sean Johnson on the Diamond side. 0-1 pitch, swing, and this one fouled off left side as it rolls past third. The count 0-2. Well, last night, Sonoma 9, Vallejo 7. B.J. Patel got the win, 6 2/3, 3 earned. Alex Dandridge took the loss, 5 innings, 8 runs. Jacob Cox got another save. And here's a guy for Sonoma that's just really fit into that position perfectly. Here's the 0-2 pitch way inside, and the count goes 1-2. Cox out of Fresno, 13 saves, 17 2/3 innings pitched, and a very stellar ERA to go with that.
It is 6-2 Napa with the lead, but Santa Fe's runners at second and third with 1 out.
1-2 pitch, swing, ground ball to short. Can they get the lead runner? Yes, they can. Can they get the double play? Not quite in time as the game continues. Lead runner cut down. Barrios is going to reach on the 6-4 fielder's choice, but the Diamonds do get out number 2. So Lunar Deli, last chance here as we see that fielder's choice. And just not quite enough time over there as Barrios hustling to beat the throw. So Lunar Deli, he's still got to reach to give Will Decker a chance to come up and represent the tying run. Decker, a left-handed hitter. Here's the pitch, and that ball is smashed into left center. That's going to get down for a base hit. Top spin liner. And Jimmy Lunardelli's got himself a base hit. First base hit of the night for him. Will Decker is going to come up. He's 0 for 4. But the left-handed batter now will represent the tying run. And should he keep this game going, Jacob Barfield waits on deck. So the Diamonds battery wants to talk this over. 2 more hits for Daniel Comstock last night for Sonoma. He's got another one of those guys that this late in the season still has that batting average way up there. Comstock hitting .378 for Sonoma. Another guy we get a chance to see a lot, and the guy the last couple of years that I've had a chance to see, and just each year, year in and year out, just continues to perform very well. Tying run at the plate. Here's the pitch, and that one just does miss, and the count goes 1 ball and no strikes. So the Diamonds looked fairly comfortable, and now things starting to get a little more tense here for Sean Johnson. He does have 2 outs, and now they're going to call a balk. And the runners are going to move up here, but now you've got first base open. But like we said, you got Jacob Barfield on deck, and he's been hot, especially lately. 2 home runs last night. And for Barfield, another base hit tonight. And also a walk and a hit by pitch, so he's been a tough out again. And now the Diamonds are getting a left-hander ready. Here's the pitch, and that one gets away. Bracamonte is going to go back and get it, but smart thing done there by the runners. Just hold up. You don't represent the tying run. You do not want to make that last out at home plate.
But one single here could make it a 1-run game, and the Clippers do not let it happen easily. There are 2 outs in the 9th inning in Napa, 2 runners on, and the Silverados are trying to close out their sweep of the Pacifics.
Diamond battery gets together to talk things over. And then the Clippers have shown the ability to get off the deck. They might not always come back to win the game, but down late in the game, they certainly have a lot of fight in them. And that would certainly bode well for their future.
Napa has won and beaten the Pacifics 2 games in a row here to start the second half.
2 balls, no strikes to Will Decker. Johnson kicks, fires, swing, ground ball up the middle, and it's going to be in and out of the glove of Valera. 1 run is going to score. That would probably be an error, although that would have been a tough play over there at first base.
I don't think he would have gotten the runner anyway.
Probably not. So I would think they're going to give that a hit and an RBI to Will Decker, and more importantly, it's going to bring the potential go-ahead run up to the plate in the form of Jacob Barfield, the cleanup man and designated hitter for the Martinez Clippers. And now the Diamonds are going to get together and talk this one over.
Travis Blackley coming out to give his advice.
So that last one, Scott, really kind of one of those tweeners. It wasn't hit very hard, just a hopper to second. And Valera is pretty good at making that turn, although that was going to be a tremendous play if he was going to get the runner Decker at first base.
And it's just the kind of hit you seem to get in this kind of situation, know, with the last inning and runners on base, and you got it down by 3, and it's just, it's not it doesn't always seem to be the clean, sharp base hits. It's those tough ground balls that are in between people.
So Will Decker does get credit for a base hit and an RBI. That makes the score 5-3. And the runner's now at the corners here for Martinez. And here comes Barfield. Base hit in the first. Hit by pitch. Stole a base. Scored a run. That was in the 6th. Walked in the 8th.
Cam Hatch is warming up in the bullpen for the Diamonds.
First pitch to Barfield. Tries to check his swing on what looked like a slider low and away. And that's strike 1. Potential tying run over there at first base. Decker taking his lead over there, being held on by Carranza. 0-1 pitch. In there, a strike. It's 0-2. And quickly the Clippers down to their last bullet.
That was a nasty pitch. A breaking ball that came roaring into the strike zone, and you're kind of mesmerized watching it.
The 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Ball gets away. They'll tag the batter, and the ball game is over. The Diamonds get the sweep. And Sean Johnson comes in and picks up the save. He walked the tightrope. He made it extra exciting, but he got the job done, and it's back-to-back wins here for Pittsburgh against Martinez.
He was only following Corey McDonald's example. Earlier in the game, he had many opportunities to give up a big inning. He just simply refused to do it. And the Diamonds' defense behind him was outstanding, coming up with double plays and keeping the Diamonds ahead in the game. And even when Martinez came back and tied it, the Diamonds immediately went back in front. And so they could be really happy with the two games they played here. And as they get headed out to Sonoma and then San Rafael, they need to feel a little momentum, a little wind at their backs perhaps, and try to get this season headed in the right direction.
Diamonds pick up the win number 19. And Martinez, they pick up loss number 34. So the Diamonds now at 19 and 23. And what more can you say about Corey McDonald? It has not been the type of year that he had hoped for, Scott, but 7 1/3, 9 hits, 2 runs, and then he gets the bullpen behind him. They pitch very well indeed.
That's a good thing about baseball seasons are long, and you're going to have streaks in any baseball season. And there's a long time ahead of Corey to make it a good baseball season, and he started with that tonight. And the Diamonds have, I think, over the last 2 seasons, their biggest weakness has been an inconsistency out of the bullpen, and if they have turned that around, that would be a huge, huge shift for them, and they can feel good about that.
Just want to also mention on the hitting side, Joel Carranza came up with 3 hits on a walk, including a 2-out, 2-run home run. That was back in the 3rd, and that ends up proving to be the difference as the Diamonds win it by a final score of 5-3. And as Scott said, they'll be headed out on the road the next 4 games. And you can join us on Mixler.com to check out Diamonds baseball. Hope you can be with us for that. And we certainly hope you enjoyed this wonderful ball game from Winter Chevrolet Stadium here in Pittsburgh. For all of us with Diamonds baseball, for Scott McDonald, I'm Anthony Schultz saying good night from the Berg.